with me the creme de la creme of football analysis in the country. Former Banyana captain and current Bantwana coach Simphiwe Dludlu, and is joined by the former Banyana goalkeeper and resident SABC sport analyst, looking ravishing in red. Hollywoodbets isibuyile. Are you excited?
I'm excited because Shuguti amantombazana zobeqhudelana for maybe 3 million, we don't know, but last season it was 2 million for the winner and 150 for the other teams that were there. This season we're going relegation, ne promotion, so kuzoba mnandi.
Kuzoba mnandi, because now we even have these debutants, you know, one from the Western Cape, the other from Eastern Cape, Gloria.
Bathi fagi maluzobona. So we're seeing the addition of the newbies in the league. It's going to be an exciting time, and we do appreciate this moment. Women's football is really rising to another level. So we are expecting a humdinger of a season and the glitz and the glamour of the Hollywoodbets.
Absolutely. And also talking about the glitz and the glamour at the awards, they announced, the Hollywoodbets, that they would be continuing their sponsorship of the Premier League for another 3 years, which is obviously so good for the development of women's football in the country. And talking about nje imatch namhlanje, ma Indies, Mamelodi Sundowns ladies, it is going to be a cracker. Bearing in mind, izolo we saw 22 goals. Namhlanje this morning, another 5 goals.
Another 5 goals today. I mean, last season in totality, it was 577 goals scored. So if namhlanje nje, this weekend on its own, Cessna 27 goals with another match coming up, you can just imagine, Guti, how much magic we are going to see this season, because these teams have reinforced Amasquad Wabo. They've made sure, Guti, they are doing well and getting better results. So, kuzoba mnandi.
And when you're looking at that score lines, don't think, Uguti, you are seeing double. It is indeed JVW that scored 10 goals against Richmond United, only being able to score that to Unyandeni, Salgado. Both scored hat-tricks in that encounter. It is only called City Wizards that wasn't able to score yesterday. But so unfortunate there, Gloria, in terms of Ama debutants way to Vasco da Gama from the Western Cape, City Lads from the Eastern Cape. They suffered defeats in their debut.
Suffered defeat, but announced their entry to the Hollywoodbets with aplomb. It was a fantastic showing for City Lads as well as Vasco da Gama. The scoreline 2-1, not one that can be embarrassed about, but certainly one to be proud of for the coaches, the technical team, for everybody involved, to make sure that they say we're coming into this league to not just be the numbers, but just to make sure that we continue to grow women's football.
Absolutely. And just earlier on, Tsunami Queens suffered that 5-0 loss to First Touch. And for Tsunami Queens, really in such a precarious position, because in the past 2 seasons, they've been finishing at the very bottom of the table. And this time around, they can't be lax about it, because it could mean that it is the chopping block for them. And we saw them not starting in a favorable position.
We spoke about the season where you have 16 teams and relegation is a reality. So certainly 2 up, 2 down. We're going to be seeing Tsunami, who, if they don't improve from their previous performances or the previous seasons, they definitely will be going down. 2019, we had 12 teams. They finished 12th. 2020-21 season, we had 14 teams. They finished 14. And starting with a 5-0 drubbing is actually not the way to get started. They have a new coach at the helm. They've got 5 new players, and one would have expected that we get to see a lot of a difference, but it looked like very much of the same old, same old.
Oh, which is very unfortunate. Mhlambe niyazibuza ukuthi yona Durban ladies ne-TUT, why are they not in action? And that is because their match was supposed to happen in KZN at the Chatsworth Stadium. But of course, we do know that right now the KZN floods really are becoming such a huge problem, and our hearts really do go out to the province and everything that is going through at the moment. JVW sitting nice and pretty at the top, and also with a very beautiful goal difference of +8. Of course, the current joint top goal scorer, Umpumelelo Nyandeni, scoring that hat-trick kanye nayo uGabriela Salgado. Of course, enkundleni yaseGiyani sinoMangcobo, uMapholoba, asike size ukuthi yena usiphatheleni.
Enhlikani Africa Dzonga bitorame ivusiwe wakwangcobo kasi namuhla namamkela lana Giyani Stadium as we build up to this Hollywoodbets Super League encounter where my Indies will be hosting the defending champions Mamelodi Sundowns, a team that thrashed them by 7-0 and that last encounter of last season. Namhlanje my Indies will be looking for a completely different result. It is a new day and it's a new game and it's a new technical team. Coach Betty Maseko has taken over the reins for my Indies. Utiena imendate yake is to end off in a better position than last season. So anything above 8th position will be her having gotten the job done for the team. She does have 5 new signings and we'll find out a little bit later on as we get the starting 11 which of those players will be starting and which will of course be on the bench. And in terms of the defending champions, they do get their title defense underway here today. They will be looking to pick up exactly where they left off. Siyamazi coach Jerry Shabalala uhlezi ethi it's about every single game, one game at a time and wanting to get a win in each game. He does have 3 new signings. He says he wants to bring in that youthful spark into the team, but of course as I have my pre-match interview with him we will get a bit deeper into that. Where the conditions are here today, it is absolutely scorching hot. Gashisa, ilanga likhipha umkhovetsheni. We are sitting on 29 degrees Celsius. There is 48% humidity and we do have a wind going at 5 kilometers per hour. I can tell you at this moment, I'm not feeling that wind at all and I'm just wondering how the players are going to be able to get the job done on the field of play today. But that's how we wrap it up from here at Giyani Stadium for now. We take you back to Uxoli as well as the team in studio.
Scorching hot in Giyani. We expect to see that on the field as well. There we have it in terms of my Indies. They have overhauled their technical team. Umimi Matebula is now out. So kungene umuntu omusha. And ngalo mqeqeshi loyo sizozwa from them. Masasa sibuya kule Kef.
15 million people have joined the ShopRite's Extra Savings card. And now, a brand new benefit.
Extra Savings brings it when you're no longer around.
Get extra peace of mind with the monthly funeral benefit.
Forget the bills, just leave them trails.
It's a 4,500 Rand grocery voucher for free. Simply swipe 4 times a month to earn free cover for the next month just by shopping.
So when you shop for what you need, remember always swipe.
No waiting period, no medical tests, no forms. Check your till slip to track your swipes. And it's free. Remember, always swipe.
Sleep better every night with the Restonic Barbados Queen Size Bed and wake up to a happier, healthier you. Available in-store or online for only 4,499 and save 1,000 Rand. Take it on credit, cash or lay-by. Today, Sleep Masters, the bed experts.
Supporting your immune system starts with a healthy routine. Centrum with vitamin C, vitamin D and zinc helps you stay balanced and helps to maintain your immune system day after day. Support your immune system with Centrum, the world's #1 multivitamin. Try Centrum today.
I don't know about you, but I know what I want. I want to be entertained. I want to be thrilled. All of budgets. I want excitement. I want options, variety. I want it today, tonight, tomorrow. I want it all. That's why Hollywoodbets.
Mom's got a headache. Get Calpol.
Calpol tablets release medicine 5 times faster than standard paracetamol tablets to relieve pain, fever, and headache, so you can get back to life fast. Calpol tablets for pain and fever release medicine 5 times faster than standard paracetamol tablets. Now for adults.
No.
Welcome back. The Hollywoodbets Super League is back. It is back with a bang. Today, my Indies are hosting the treble champions, Mamelodi Sundowns ladies, at the Giyani Stadium. Asike sizwe-ke kumqeqeshi wayo ima Indies omusha uBetty Maseko.
And then siyazi ukuthi umdlalo owogcina wema Indies last season was against the same team abazobadlala nayo namhlanje Mamelodi Sundowns ladies. Certainly ama flashbacks waleyo loss asisekhona, but abadlali bakhuthazeka kanjani ukuthi bayilungiselele umdlalo wanamhlanje. And as you answer that question for me, coach, perhaps just talk us through a strategy enizosebenzisa namhlanje.
Yeah, look, my sister, we were not there last season as the coaches because we are a new technical team in this team, but obviously the players, they were there previously, so they have those flashbacks of the previous game, of which they were not that much pleasant. But going to this game, to today's game, we prepared the players. We had 10 weeks of preparation, so I believe that our players are ready and they are fit, they are well conditioned. So it's just to encourage them, like, to stay calm, to relax and apply everything that we taught them through the whole season, because we have enough time. We've played some friendly games, so I believe that they are well prepared. Today we'll be playing a 4-3-3, of which we encourage them to attack more, because we don't want to sit back and let our opponents to attack us. So we're going to play a game that will be more attacking, so that they can have a headache as well, and then we'll see where it takes us.
Well, my Indies are yet to register a victory against Sundowns ladies, losing 7-0 in 2021, and of course the other 3-0 defeat that they suffered. And there we see the brand new coach uBetty Maseko. She is of course replacing Urulani Matebula, who was at the helm last time in the last season. We look there at a reinvigorated squad that is ready to fight for contention this season.
Listening to the coach saying they want to attack, I hope they are not naive in thinking they can just go with their eyes open, too wide open, because you need to close a bit and be ready to defend, because Mamelodi Sundowns plays with a 3-5-2, and in my Indies they play usually with a 4-5-1 or a 4-4-2 at times when they really want to change and turn things around. But they've got some key players in their team, like Shiluba, who also features in Gubanyana Banyana, is one of their key players. So I think Ukochu confident nae, which means the players will feel the same.
And do you think, Guti, for Iman Indies, they're looking at this encounter and saying, really, we have it up against the wall when you look at the opposition that we're facing? This is a team that we haven't beaten as yet, a team that has also reinforced their squad.
They need to be realistic. Mamelodi Sundowns are the defending champions. They are the CAF Champions League winners. They have an abundance of players in the national team. So you've got to approach with caution. And as Coach just mentioned, you cannot be too naive and go there very open with... There's nothing wrong, though, with being positive. This is a new season. You got to make sure she's still new in the side. The technical team is still new. Players are going to still try to understand what is expected of them, their own philosophy to impose on these players. Because as you mentioned, the technical team is new, but the players have been there for quite some time. So they are used to a certain system. They are used to certain expectations. And for the coaches to come and just overhaul, it takes time to make the change and impose your own expectations of a team.
It will be very interesting to see how those changes are going to affect the team and the position that they finish on at the end of the season. In terms of last month's Hollywoodbets Super League Awards, Coach Jerry Shabalala walked away with the accolade of Coach of the Year. Asike sizokuthi yena uthini lapha eGiyani Stadium.
And then, Coach, mhlambi strategy senu sokungena kulo mdlalo wanamhlanje. We know you won 7-0 against my Indies in the last game of the season, but it's a new day, it's a new game today.
Yeah, look, previous results, they no longer count the new season. We're looking forward to this game. We know my Indies, they were just we played them recently. They've got a good side, you know, so we don't have to dwell much on what happened previous season. So we're just looking forward to this game.
Talking about how he is looking forward to this encounter, we see a very strong squad there with Mamelodi Sundowns.
It's a very strong squad. They stick to their 3-5-2, and I think the coach has also made sure to bring in the new signings there. They are all starting. Kekana is in there. Michelle Minis is in there as well. And you also looking at the midfield that's there. You know, it's a midfield that's making sure they're going to keep possession as much as they can. Diseto is in there. In the absence of Zanele Ntapo, who's their normal captain. She has a family bereavement. Today, Makurubeti is the captain. This team has got so much, a plethora of players that can come in any position, replace and play.
You're looking at the depth, even on the players. When you've got the privilege to put Rhoda Mlaudzi, you put the league's top goal scorer in Andisiwe Mgoe on the bench. You really talk to what do you have then in your hand. And we're seeing young up-and-coming players being brought into the side to try and blend. And that you're seeing a coach thinking on his feet to say, I need to start preparing for the future. Let me allow these players to come in. Let me allow them to gel and to make sure that they start building the resilience that we need to ensure that this grueling marathon is taken to another level.
And it's also so interesting in terms of the signings that they made. Abatabaningi will remember Guti Umishe Minis was part of the Vasco da Gama squad in the Sasol National Championships, walked away with the top goal scorer. So really showing the intent is Sundowns to say, we're not going to do this as a once-off. That one loss that we incurred last season, which was in the boardroom, we will not even have anything against our name. Go the log.
You're looking at Miki Menes, who's been part of the under-17 national team. You're talking about a player that is already developed in terms of technical abilities. So Sundown's signing of her is again looking forward to say, we're bringing in this quality to add to the already existing quality. We saw how brilliant she was in the Sasol playoffs and so forth. But for her, it's definitely a step in the right direction. Sundowns wanted her some time back. But then again, you have players like Mbane in your screen who will just mold, and she can feed off, and using her pace and intelligence to really achieve and improve her game.
All right. Well, of course, Naya Umbane walked away with an accolade with those awards. She was named the defender of the season. So really, Mamelodi Sundowns looking strong. But in terms of my Indies, they are a team that should not be underestimated. Let's take a quick ad break. Uma sibuya ngifuna ukuzwa kuma analyst ethu ukuthi babona ungathi lo mdlalo lo uzohamba kanjani ungayindawo.
Discover the pure joy of bet games and lucky numbers. The non-stop action of Lucky 7. Classic card games. And every daring roll of the dice. Along with the chance to reach max payouts that climb as high as 15 million rand. Visit betway.co.za.
Jungle Oats, South Africa's most loved oats, with 5-in-1 benefits for less than R2 per serving. And Jungle Instant Oats is the same Jungle Oats you love, rolled thinner to cook quicker. Just add water for a delicious breakfast.
So many dishes.
Zimbindaba at Dishwashing Stadium. It's Greece versus Sunlight's triple action power. Kukhalichi Bobo on deck. Igreece yapuma. Wasala shine. One dish remaining. Sunlight wins!
Triple action power. Sunlight. More than you expect.
Use Sensodyne Repair and Protect with Deep Repair. The science is pretty amazing. It really goes deep and repairs tooth sensitivity. The science is there. It's going to improve their quality of life in a big way. So this is the first thing I recommend.
Taste the power of nature to refresh. Strongbow. Drink responsibly. Not for persons under the age of 18. takes 3 flights to find the finest quality sage. Twice as long to find the best pimento. Even longer to find our nutmeg. And longer still to create our perfect blend. That's what makes Robertson's the spice people.
All I am is just a grain of rice, right? No, I am smiles at the end of bad days. The spirit of a wound. The celebration of life. I cook to perfection every time. I am more than just rice. I am tastic.
We are, of course, building up to the much-anticipated encounter between Ma-Indies and Mamelodi Sundowns ladies. That encounter taking place at the Giyani Stadium. In terms of Ma-Indies, they have overhauled their technical team, bringing in Upetu Maseko. On the other hand, Mamelodi Sundowns have acquired new players to reinforce that squad. I need to come to you, Simpiwe Lulu, Nawe, Gloria Brown, just to find out in terms of predictions for this encounter. Do you see the number of goals that we saw earlier on in the day in the likes of 5-0 results?
Maybe not 5-0, but I do see a plethora of goals coming in because Mamelodi Sundowns, the formation here already puts them on the front foot because it means they've got 7 players that they're pushing up, 6-7 players that they're pushing up in their attack.
So I'm going to put your head on the block. You saw
Yes,
TV score.
We could see a 6-0.
Wow.
Maybe 6-1.
Okay, 6-1 in favor of Sundowns ladies. Gloria?
Scoreline angsaz, but I know Sundowns will win. And I'll tell you why. Sundowns, they're stable. But when you look at the coach, you want to give a coach of Ma-Indies a chance to use the attack that she said she's going to use in the formation of a 4-3-3. Being a new coach, let's see how she plays these players out and let's see what she brings. Maybe halftime, I'll tell you the scoreline.
All right, well, earlier on, the analysts were spot on when they predicted first touch as victors. Sizobona ukuthi this time around, will they get it correct with Mamelodi Sundowns ladies? Let's now take you through to the Giyani Stadium for the first half. Standing by in commentary, Uthulisile Mia Ganye Nosimpiwe Konza.
Kude manikiniki zindala zombili ke la eGiyani Stadium umdlalo omkhulu ke kakhulu ke njengoba ke sibona ke ama champions ay defendayo ke ileague ye-Hollywoodbets Super League. Ngikhuluma ke ngeqembu leMamelodi Sundowns. Bakhona ke namhlanje bavakashele ke iqembu lalo ke iMa-Indies. Usokhumbula ke ukuthi ke laphana ngesikhathi ke kuphela ke isizini umdlalo wokugcina ngoDisemba mhla ka5 Sundowns ngesikhathi inikezwa indebe ukuthi ke ayiqukule ngoba ke ibona oshampiyoni bayo ke iHollywoodbets. Lo mdlalo bawudlala ke nayo ke laphana ke iMa-Indies. Sundowns yasha ke iMa-Indies ngo7-0 namhlanje. Sundowns ke ibuyile evula ke isizini ke ngalo futhi ke lelo qembu abalishaya ke ngesikhathi bethatha ke iyona ke ileague kanti ke iMa-Indies yona nayo ke iza ke kulomdlalo ngempela ke ngeke izithele ngabandayo ngoba ke isizini yabo baqede ke belaphana ke ku position 8. Nawa ke amasandawana embala yawo ke esijwayele o yellow and a blue kanti ke ngapha iqembu edlala ekhaya ke iMa-Indies babheqoke o black and white otheledi epalini onozinti othenjiwe kulona iqembu layo ke iMa-Indies. Ukhona umkhonza Dr Mnandi eduze kwami.
iMa-Indies izoqala nge-4-3 namhlanje. They want to attack in all areas. They want to use a mix attack, combination play, interplay, and crossing principles. So watch out for Sibata, Nondove, Essenda, no Chikuma. Information now will change, especially when Sundowns is in position because they want to use the double pivot.
ngempela ke umdlalo ke uzosuka ke uzokhumbula ukuthi ke umdlalo owesibili ke namhlanje njengoba ke ekseni ke sibone iqembu layo ke iTsunami Queens ke belishaya ke kabuhlungu belishayela ke ekhaya lalo khona ke la eLimpopo beshawa ke iyona ke laphana ke i-first touch Sundowns orabalo khona epalini besilindele uAndile Dlamini kodwa ke umqeqeshi unembono ehlukile.
Jerry Shabalala always wants to come up with 3-5-2, but what's important about Sundowns is the solidity through the spine and obviously constant defensive pressure on the opposition. But watch out for Uminis, the new player who's coming from Vasco da Gama, 20-year-old, very dangerous and very dynamic.
Esizini ke ngempela entsha sha ehlukile futhi ke kunesizini ke edlule ngoba uzokhumbula ukuthi ngesizini edlule ke ebesinamaqembu awu14 kodwa manje asewu16 lokho ke kuchaza ukuthi eVasco da Gama yase Cape Town leyo khuluma ngayo emkhonza ukuthi ikhona la izodlala ke kuyona ke iSuper League njengoba ke sibona ke anompempe bethu ke nabo ke laphana ke okapteni bethoza ukuthi babone ukuthi ubani osusibhola ubani ke odlala ke ngakoluphi ke uhlangothi kodwa ke bengisakutshela ukuthi isizini izoba ke namaqembu angu16 izembe liyakhala nakanjani kule season
izembe lizonuka kuzoba nedust kule season. But what's important for Sundowns is how they're going to start today. Obviously, to set up a tone, a volume, and a confidence, it's always going to be important for Sundowns because as current champions, it's always difficult, especially when it comes to a game. We don't know how the teams are going to turn out, but I think now with the new signings, they've sent a loud message. Good eye, this is mini business. This is over not just.
Ngemuva ke kokuthi ke iSundowns kade izenzela kwamanye ke amaqembu ngesizini edlule kubalekile emkhonzo ukuthi ke sisho iSundowns ukuthi ingompetha nje edlale imidlalo engu26 bawina imidlalo eyu24 yonke lokho ke kuchaza ukuthi imidlalo emibili owodwa idraw omunye ke abathiwa ke bashawa kona abashawa ngenkundleni bashawa khona ke laphana edressing room umqeqeshi Jerry Shabalala omangaza ke abantu abaningi umdlalo nomdlalo sithathe le moment of silence. Umzuzu ke ngempela ke ukuthi sihloniphe uMatch Commissioner odlulile emhlabeni yena ke uDidi lizosuka ke lihlale ke nakanjani njengoba ke ima-Indies inegqubu elikhulu kakhulu ngesizini edlule iSundowns umdlalo oqala ibashaye 3-0 yaphinda ke owesibili yabashaya 7-0 lokho kusho ukuthi ima-Indies ingenelwe amagoli awu10 esuka kwiSundowns ibona abazange bashaye ke nelodwa igoli namhlanje badlala ke ekhaya umdlalo owokuvula isizini kubona siyethemba ke ukuthi ke zonke ke izinto ke ezizohamba kahle ke libhola lezosuswa ke ibona abantwana ke bayo ke ima-Indies Sundowns uyabona ke ukuthi ke ithanda ke ukushintsha nje kancane nje eskimini ke esijwayele njengoba ke ubona ukuthi ke namhlanje ukapteni uZanele Nhlapho akekho umgadlo wabo ohamba phambili Andisiwe Mcoyi osebhenchini lokho ke kunikeza ke ithuba Amike Minisi omdlali ke omusha sha ekulona ke iqembu ke layo ke iSundowns kanti bathathu abadlali abasha kule qembu ke layo ke iSundowns omunye futhi uyena ke laphana ke uKekana omunye ke umdlali ke omusha ushilo ke uJerry ukuthi ufuna ke ukunikeza ke ithuba abadlali abasha ngoba babasayine ngoba befuna ke bazosebenza eqenjini leSundowns
iplatform enhle ko introduce integration ema-player amasha especially ku-first game ukubone ukuthi ba-adapta kanjani so they'll want ukuthi team ukuthi i-adapte very quickly especially the new players uMinis noKekana they you know what they've done last season so Jerry wants to see how they integrate or adapt to i-team efana ne-Sundowns because it comes with a lot of pressure i-Sundowns
Sundowns ke sizoyibona ukuthi ke izoqhubeka ke la igcine khona njengoba ngesizini edlule beshaye ke 87 goals kulawo magoli ke awu87 oAndisiwe Mcoyi namhlanje umdlalo oqale ebhenchini ukore 27 goals kodwa ke iSundowns inalokho esikubiza ngedepth onke umdlali okhona lapha enkundleni uyakwazi ke ukuthi ke enze ke umsebenzi njengoba ke lisuka lihlala ke belisusa iyona ke laphana ke ima Indies Sundowns njengoba ke iyaqoqa ke 73 points ngesizini ke edlule bawina ke iyona ke imidlalo ke eyu24 edraw yodwa iluzi eyodwa 87 wama goals ngifuna ukukutshela Mkhonza ukuthi Sundowns ilona qembu elingenelwe amagoli amancane ngesizini edlule 14 nje kuphela
ngishilo ngathi mawubuilda i-team yakho especially i-caliber efana ne-Sundowns they always build their team on a strong defense. I mean the 14 goals conceded Sundowns, the games that they've won, they've scored more goals, but also they conceded less. So to build the team around a solid defense. Hence you've seen what Sundowns have done last season.
Okhuluma ke nge-defense ke ye-Sundowns ukhona ke laphana ke ubambanani i-defender of the season le ngikhuluma nje uyena ke ophethe ke ibhola odlala ke naye ke uNhlapho namhlanje ongekho kodwa ke udlala ke noThitsetso laphana ke uMakhubela omunye ke umdlali ke ngempela ke osha amagoli amabili eyi-defender kuyona ke i-Sundowns ngesizini ke edlule namhlanje bazama ama-combinations amasha abaqeqeshi be-Sundowns ngikhuluma ngoJerry kanjalo nesekela lakhe uAgnes Inkosi
ushilo na uJerry ukuthi into eyenzakale last season ihambile sebakhohliwe ngawo they focusing on what to do this season. Obviously to see how my teams out there have adapted ukuthi Sundowns idlala kanjani, but nabo they need to refresh their squad tactically and obviously with the new faces.
Mike Minizi abafuna yena ke laphana ke engakwesokunxele abamtholi ke abayo ke laphana ke iSundowns osuku lwesibili ke lwayo ke imidlalo ke yeHollywoodbets izolo edlaliwe sabona ke amagoli umqeqeshi lo wema Indies uBetty Maseko umdlalo wakhe wokuqala namhlanje osuka ke laphana ke kuyona ke iTUT yena ke uBetty wenze ke inguquko naye ke ushilo ukuthi usayine 5 players namhlanje kuyona ke ima Indies kule season kulabo badlali abawu5 uthe ababili bawuqalile umdlalo
ukhuluma into important naye makasho ukuthi also ama-player amasha akhona but also the technical team entsha they're bringing something different from what they've done last season, so they expect to come out different or differently. Outlook about this season needs to be different, so they're expecting better results, especially against Sundowns.
Sundowns ke nayi ke manje iyahlasela ngakwesokudla abakhrubethi eKarabo 23 years uyabona ke unamagoli ke amabili yena futhi ke kuyona ke iSundowns abambanani mvane baqala phansi emapalini namhlanje khona ke uAsa Arabalawo 26 years iprovince ke yakhe le ngoba ke uzalwa ke ephulukwane esishego kodwa ke udlalela ke iqembu ke leSundowns okhona ke laphana ke palini nayi percentage yakhe ke laphana ke Boyitumelo Rabale 26 years nakho Mike Minizi kodwa ke kuthiwa ke ose offside Mike Minizi 20 years nje kuphela kuma championship eThekwini eSasol waba yi-top goal scorer eshake amagoli awu7 sikhuluma iVasco ilanje namhlanje kuyona iHollywood imisebenzi yakhe uMike wamdedela nje uyayibhavuzisa net
mara mawabheka from that situation assistant ka-referee tole wrong I think their action, because for me bekangekho offside to Minizi at the time badlala ibhola she was in an onside position. I thought assistant ka-referee uyithole wrong their situation.
Former Vasco player ngempela ke Mike umdlali nje akekho fancy ngeke umbone eshaya itayela kanawo ushukela kodwa wenza isiqiniseko ukuthi umsebenzi wakhe njenganomgadla ushaya inet onompempe ke nange uyawumisa ke umdlalo yabona ke iSundowns nje kwasikhuluma ukuthi ke ingompetha eqoqe yonke into ekhona etafuleni ngesizini edlule ngaphandle nje kwayo ke ileague asebeyithathe kwaze kwaba ke kathathu ngoba bayiqala 2013 baphinda futhi 2015 2020 noma kwesine 2021 ngesizini edlule eCOSAFA Women's Championship bayithathile bedlala ke namazwe namateam ke amazwe ala eAfrica bahamba baye Egypt kwi Champions League okwangeyoqala nqa yabuya nayo futhi iSundowns sikhuluma nje iyahlonishwa ezwenikazi lase-Africa iSundowns njengoba ke sibabona nje laphana ke Rabale awake wagijima eqenjini ke layo ke iBloemfontein Celtic nangeliveza ke kamnandi yena lapha unikeza Melinda Akadiete ke naba manje bafuna ke Mikem nangu ke manje beliphakamisa ke boxing kodwa alifiki uyabona ke abadlali ke beSundowns ama-internationals ngingabala ngempela ke laphana ke oGadiete laphana ke phambili unama-caps awu-17 ebanyana usha amagoli amathathu ngiphinde futhi ke ngikubalele oLilona Daweti naye futhi ke unama-caps awu-4 nange khahlela ke ekude yabona ke meke wamdedela uRabale ngalo lanyawo lakhe lesinxele awuvele uyawenza ke umonakalo ngoba unamandla uyakwazi ukugcwalisa omunye futhi ke umdlali Karabo Mukhurubetsi omunye futhi ke okayigqoke imbala ke ye-national team ubambanani 65 caps 4 goals kuningi ongakusho ngobambanani ngiyakutshela ukuthi iSundowns iphethe ama-international players
and now that's why ubona team yabo is strong kakhulu because a mixture of international players with the new players that are coming in, but also I think Notjeri Langa is input in how our players' career has shaped up. He has done a very good job on the Sundowns side. So it's a mixture of quality with youth and experience. That is why Sundowns got a strong side.
asibheke manje ke ukuthi nange manje becishe ke bethola ke igoli ke iSundowns awubambanani mbane kodwa ke ugoalkeeper awumonye Theledi enza ke omuhle ke umsebenzi laphana ke epalini ebelinzima lebhola bengeke libambe lithule lithi ngqi wabona ukuthi akalikhiphele ngaphandle.
I'm surprising a shot lapha umbani in that situation. I think because in range ubona ukuthi ngithathe i-chance ngizama ukubona ukuthi ugoalkeeper uzoyenzani, but it's a good save from uTheledi. Also uyiperidele ngaphandle.
Rabale uthatha ke ikhona kick yokuqala yeSundowns ngonyawo lesinxele yinhle ibabafuna ke laphana ke boxing kodwa cha awuyavimba ke laphana ke Viola Ndlovu. Sundowns iyawucontrola umdlalo oratile Mkwena awubambana nange manje ngakwesokuhle uyaligoba ibhola lihle boxini kodwa ke alibatholi awulibeka phansi manje laphana ke uChabalala 26 years omunye futhi ke umdlali awumgogodla ke wale qembu ke lawo ema-Indies yabona ke mawubheka la ukuthi ke ima-Indies njengoba ke iqede isizini ihlezi kunumber 8 abona ke benze kanjani badlale 26 matches bawina 8 badlala ama-draw awu-7 bashawa emdlalweni engu-11 bakushaya amagoli awu-32 kodwa emuva bebevuza 48 wamagoli abawadedelile lokho kuyakutshela ukuthi bekubalekile umqeqeshi ukuthi enze ama-signings athole abadlali abasha.
It's about strengthening its defense with new fresh players, and obviously now my coaches have been advocating very important for the team for our coach to build our teams on a strong base defense.
Asibone manje ke imali kodwa ke alifiki ke ibhola ke lakade ke belithumela ke khona Sundowns iyawucontrola nje umdlalo awukarabo manje kodwa ke bayamvimba adinyewe Mfati Sundowns ke ibuyisela ke emuva ke manje ibambanani mbane awumdlali ke owagijima kuyona ke iCeltic uphasela futhi Rabalo omunye owayedlala kuCeltic obhekele yatheni inhle kanjani kodwa ke bamthola Mike othi uyaliveza uMike ebhola ke laseke hlangana ke noOratile Mkwena first touch iyaqosha nje ibhola Oratile unompempe ke uyakhuza first touch noma ke iyona ke la umdlalo ke esubonile ke la ifirst touch ededela ngempela ke amagoli efaka ngempela ke induku ishaya ke iTsunami eqedisa isizini isemsileni 5-0 bakhona manje ke bahleli la babukela ukuthi oshampeni izinto ke bona ke bazenza kanjani njengoba ke sibahambela ke ekahle kangaka nangesizini ke edlule awugoalkeeper la uTheledi okuyena ke goalkeeper wema-Indies ube nama-clean sheet awu-7 kulo 48 goals. Uyabona ukuthi umsebenzi ubumuhle kuyena ugoalkeeper kodwa i-defense beyimenzela phansi.
Sometimes it's about the chemistry between goalkeeper and defense yakhe. Now the goalkeeper amashala ngakhona i-defense yakhe, it makes i-job yakhe easy. But I've seen most of the keepers command in their area, they expect things to happen on their own. But if you pick all over the world, good goalkeepers, they command and direct defense. Just being vocal. Sometimes but the prevention is better than cure. You deal with the issues necessarily before it's figured out. So it's important for goalkeeper to start learning each trade. You communicate and defender.
Uyabona ke i-tsunami le ekade ke siyibona ke namhlanje ishawa ngo-5-0 ema-Indies ngesizini edlule nabo bashaya 5 beshaya ke iyona ke laphana ke i-Tsunami Queens okwaba ke amagoli ke amaningi abawashaya emidlalweni owodwa. Kusho ukuthi ngempela ke i-Tsunami Queens bebewadedela ke amagoli njengoba ke ima-Indies nayo ke iyafaka 5. Asibone nje laphana ke uDineo Mfati anaba manje begudla ke ngakwesokunxele bafaka ijubane kodwa ugadile laphana ke uMakhubela abuya nalo ke manje ke liphila ke yena ke uMakhubela liphumela ke ngaphandle ibhola akhunjolwa imali 20 years owasepitoli laphana ke emabophane ogijima ke laphana ke ngakwesokudla ke kuyona ke iSundowns abayabonana ngempela ke obambanani naye ke lapha uRabala oyabona nje ukuthi uRabale umdlali ngempela odlala ke eswini ibhola uyalanda emuva ayo support i-defense njengoba ubabona bephaselana nobambanani kodwa mayihlasela futhi iSundowns usuke khona kuleyo attack.
Link up i-play for iSundowns. We are controlling the data for the play. When Sundowns has the control, you must know which is establishing the control.
Asa Rabalawo Bambanani Mbane Baroka nayo ke laphana ke iSwallows ngoba ke iyaqhubeka futhi emidlalo ke iye-DStv Premiership kusayiqanda ngapha neqanda ngale ukhumbula iBaroka nayo ilendele ezembeni Mkhonzi.
Hey kunzima ukusuka lapha ezembeni but also nabo kuyasho ukuthi fanele balungisa amafezi wabo.
Viola Ndlovu bayamthathela akekana nangi manje ke phasa ke Rabalo kodwa through ball yakhe ephumela ugoalkeeper ongakhohlwa ke ukuthi ke kukhona ke iKZN Derby noma ke iDurban Derby mawuthanda eRoyal AM bathi twihli twahla idlala ke namaZulu isikole lapho kusewu not omunye ke umdlalo ke oqhubekayo ke njengoba ke kuqhubeka lo ola eGiyani ke kuyangitshela umkhonzi ukuthi ke ngezikhathi zakhe esadlala kwakunzima ukuphuma la ngoba iDynamos iyona kwakuyikhaya yalo le
bongabuyi la bekhona untokozo sikhakhane bekhona usandile Ndlovu hey baba la bebangafuna ukuzwa lutho bengawubamba umshini
amadembe asibata okapteni ke wayo ke lapha ima-Indies asibone nje ngakwesokudla akuthi ke wenze njani laphana ke Valeria akodwa ke ibhola lakhe balivala nje liphumela ke ngaphandle kuthiwa ke uyena olikhiphile ngoba ke ubesefikile laphana ke ubambanani akudlulutho laphana ke kubambanani defender ngempela ke elinzima elihlakaniphile futhi ubambanani defender ngempela wenza sure ukuthi mangabe ehluleka ukuthi akumake uyayikhavela futhi igoalkeeper yakhe ibali lakhe nje uyalivikela noma kanjani
uunderstand for
asibone nje leliya shot nangu goalkeeper ecishe enza ke iphutha ngathi uyalibuka ibhola liyeza le kude uliqala ngamehlo kanti amehlo ke awabonanga ke kahle eSundowns ke icishe nje ithola ke igoli abekuzama ke yena ke lapha
intelligent play from Khadiete lapha in that situation was she's aware ukuthi goalkeeper was out of position, but a good recovery from who tailored in that situation. But I thought very clever play from Khadiet.
Awukhadethe umdlali ke onesipiliyoni asibone nje le khona kodwa bayidefenda kahle kakhulu ke lapha Purity Mungayi abalibamba ke ngesandla ephakeme iflag nangu kodwa umdlalo ke uyaqhubeka nali ibhola ngene ngaphakathi eboxini uthini uNopepe athi igoli kodwa kade liphakeme iflag laphana ke Dr Mnandi angazi ke ukuthi isinqumo sithini ngoba kade liphakamisile iflag ngale kodwa bekuthathelwa yona futhi Sundowns.
I think uNompempe unikane ngeadvantage ngoba ayibheka kahle ama players are stoppile thinking ukuthi kuzoba foul, and then they stop unikana ngeadvantage because more ibheka from the Urabelo kept on playing, though the flag more ibona from the assistant says good eye.
Angitheni kwena ngomike minutes ngikutshelile ukuthi umdlali owaziyo umsebenzi wakhe ukuthi mina ukuthi ngishaya igoli izinto eziningi akazenzi shaya igoli lakhe lokuqala egqoke imbala yeMamelodi Sundowns.
I think lizomnika confidence kakhulu, especially if we play Lisha ufike teamini efana Sundowns who've been winning trophies. She knows that she's coming in for Abomkoyi who've done well last season, so now she needs to stamp authority yake by getting armor codes for herself.
Awuhlezi phansi ke laphana ke manje ke uSibata awuhlezi phansi ukapteni aweqembu ke layo ke laphana ke ima Indies edlaliswa ke kabi ke uyena ke uKekana obuyela kuyena futhi uyamphinda asibone nje ukuthi ke uzothini ke laphana ke uNompempe kodwa ke ibhola umdlalo ke usamile nangu umqeqeshi la uPurity noma ke lapha uBetty Maseko umdlalo wakhe wokuqala namhlanje akhuluma ke nabo ke abadlali bakhe lapha uShabalala nangu futhi ke nosekela lakhe okhuluma noVutivu uSithole kuningi ongahambi kahle kule qembu layo ke ima Indies awubona nje ngokuthi abaqeqeshi bami ke ngenyawo oke waqeqesha yona ke iTUT wafika wasayina abadlali abalandela ke ngemuva manje abeqembu ke lakhe uBetty Maseko kodwa asibone ke le free kick ayayithatha nje ngokukhulu ukuzethemba la oAsa Arabalawo amali Khadethe nali ibhola ke lihle ngaphakathi ke boxini naba komanje uyaphuma ugoalkeeper uyalithatha Sundowns iyalithatha ke ibhola nangu futhi enye ke futhi ke laphana ke ifoul loqinile unyawo kubadlali ke ebeSundowns akakapheli nemzuzu emngaki asibone nje la yena ke laphana ke Akarabo Makhurubetse ukapteni weSundowns anali le goal bekuyikhona
ikhona but uyibheke kahle Urabula kept on playing. Whoever gave him
kodwa manje emkhonza mina ngibona uNompempe uassistant ngale ubonile ibhola ukuthi kushaye esandleni kuSibata ubenikeza kahle kahle ifree kick enikeza ima Indies.
No, but whoever says I'm giving you advantage. The flag doesn't necessarily mean you stop playing.
Nange batshela ukuthi mina ngikhuluma la nisolalela impempe yami.
Yeah, impempe kayishayanga uRev uthi nginikane ngeadvantage. So akusho ukuthi nime nina. That's what my Indies did. At the time babona flag bona bama and they decided to take. So Rev gave an advantage. Yeah.
Egcineni ke ngempela ke umdlalo enkundleni odlala ke enze ke okushiwo ke impempe sibone ke la yaphasa enhle ngakwesokunxele efuna ke edine yomfathi kodwa ke bayalivala nali ke liyabuya manje ke libuya ke nokukhunjulwa amali ephasi yakhe asibone manje ke ibhola ke bafuna Melinda Khadethe Akhethe bayalivimba ke ibhola lakhe laphana ke ngasemuva. One Sundowns, one ama defending champions. Hey naba manje yabona make waye kumike Minizi. Ave nje eyinkinga leyamhlalo yambona nangomzimba wakhe emncane uyaphunyuka nje aphunyuke nje bese ke ashaye ke igoli njengoba sesimbonile elishaya ke laphana ke igoli ke yena omike Madembe echikumbu bafuna Dine umfati kodwa ke bayavimba emuva iSundowns iSundowns idlala ke ngabadlali abathathu emuva 3 nje kuphela bese ke kuthi ke la eswini ila izinto zenzeka khona uyapheka uyathulula urabale lapha koyitumelo eswini ke sayo ke iSundowns.
I think what's important on that, Julie, it's the setup here Sundowns, which is 3-5-2. What's important is the wing play. But as big the moment, I thought Lisha Sanda la Umakurubech, and I think Lisha is.
Free kick inigeza ke yona ke ma Indies. Nikezwa ke iyona ke ima Indies. Free kick inikezwa ke ima Indies. Athi ngiphinde nje nginikeze ukuthi ke zihamba kanjani izinto. Ebaroka ihamba phambili manje igoli elodwa eqandeni kuyona ke laphana ke iSwallows. Free kick ucaptain oyayithatha ke lapha uSibata. Oyayiphakamisa uyifaka phakathi eboxini likhona ikhanda labambanani obambanani unzima enyaweni anasekhanda futhi njengoba ke ephinda kodwa ibhola lakhe luwela eduze base ke bedlalisana ke kabi kodwa unompempe futhi umdlalo kawuqhubeke arabale angelibeka phansi elibeka phansi banikeza manje amali ngakwesokudla bayalithatha Ambane oratile mkwena kodwa ibhola ke elabo eliyo nakala uyabona ama signings enziwa yiSundowns bathatha ngempela ama best players emaqenjini ngoba uRabale njengoba umbone enza izinto ke kanje leqembu iCeltic uyena owaye futhi evusa inyamazane ehlala kuCeltic
iSpark beka influence yeCeltics beka ne influence eserious kakhulu beka busy center ahlanganisa ama pass but also we are distribute ama passes and obviously watch out for game intelligence yakhe she's aware and when to regulate the intensity of play
asibata ngakwesokunxele manje alide ibhola lifuna ke lapha usithole awukodwa ubuke nje ukuhlakanipha kwakhe ke laphana ke emuva akekana ibhola ke elinikeza ngekhanda ke ugoalkeeper oyayiphasa oyakhomba uRabale ukuthi ke njengekunikile le bhola wena lalise lapha ya ekhuluma ke nabo ke abadlali ke beSundowns oratile mkwena oshama goal awu10 ngesizini edlule kuyona ke iSundowns awusaneminyaka nje ewu21 kuphela sibone manje njengoba eliswitcha kamnandi bemlahla phansi awukekana kuthiwa ke akasukume abamenzanga lutho ngesifuba abambanani thatha ulibeka phansi awupolisi umdlalo waphasa kahle Amelinda Khadiethe 30 years anaye futhi ke wakwadlala kulona iqembu ke leCeltic kodwa khona ke umdlali ke ohlezi phansi laphana ke ukekana awumdlali ke omusha ke yona ke iSundowns njengoba ke naye ke umike emusha nangu ke la ethinteke khona
it's a collision bashayisana ngamadolo
abosizo ke boqala ke bayangena ke kuyena ke laphana ke ukekana ezolo ke sibonile ke eminye ke imidlalo IJVW ishaka amagoli ke ayishumi eshaya ke yona ke iRichmond United saphinde futhi ke sabona asibone nje la ngesikhathi ke ethinteka ke yena laphana ke ukekana elibamba ngonyawo lesinxele base ke beshayisana ke ngamadolo indawo ngempela ebucayi ke le eyokushayisana ke ngamadolo kodwa ke ngathi ke uyabuya bengisakutshela nje ngemidlalo iyayizolo sibone ama-head trick amabili anompumelelo onyandeni eqhubeka lagcine khona ngesizini edlule awushaya emagoli amathathu uGabriela Salgado washaya ke naye ke amathathu ngasibone nje ukuthi eminye ke imphumela ke ihambe kanjani. Celtic ishaya iVasco akasekho uMike usengapha manje edonsa kanzima iVasco kodwa ke bekumdlalo wabo ke wokuqala sithi leze nayo bekumdlalo wayo wokuqala kuyona iHollywood badliwe iUWC IUJ yanqoba ngo-1-0 Thunderbirds ishaya ke iyona ke iGolden Ladies ango 2-1 lokho kusho ukuthi ke njengamanje JVW ehlezi phezulu ku number 1 kwilog ngegoal difference ngoba ebona ke abanamagoli ke amaningi asazi ke lo mdlalo ke uzophela izinto ke ezobe ke esezihamba ke kanjani. Yabona iball possession iyakutshela nje Sundowns 67% bayawucontrol umdlalo yayibhola nje liswa ngabo ke laphana ke enkundleni kanti ke 33% ngapha ngisho ama-passes Sundowns sebenze ama-passes awu-129 kwawu-67 kusawu-26 minutes nje kuphela ebhodini.
But if you bheka kahle i-Sundowns with their ball position it's about progressing baya phambili bashaya imoto and I can tell you right now watch out for Udaweti no Khadiete especially when Sundowns are in position they use their speed or as a multifunctional wingers. They're very dangerous to occupy ama-entries go final third. So Sundowns ball position yabo bayuza kahle and that's why every time they ball there's always a moment that they create.
Abafuna manje ke uKadethe abamtholi othi uyafika ke futhi ke naye ke uBoitumelo Rabale wafika ke emva kwendaba uyalungisa manje ke Viola Ndlovu ebhola lakhe lide uyafika obambanani bathi uJuice amabembiza akodwa ke ibhola ke balithatha ke lapha ngakwesokunxele uyalibiza ugoalkeeper abayiqala phansi akuyena ke uThiledi uyabona ke nje bake ngitshela ukuthi iSundowns iqoqe yonke into etafuleni okuyindebe nakuma awards futhi asibone nje uMike ofuna indlela Mike bayamphusha uMike ebhola ke liphumela ngaphandle kuthiwa akhona kick ezothathwa ke ilona ke iqembu leSundowns akuma awards futhi ke ubambanani mbane njengoba ke kuyena iplayer of the season nomqeqeshe uJerry Shabalala naye oyena ke ucoach of the season kanti ugoalkeeper ovelele ngesizini edlule usuka lapha kuyona ke University of Western Cape uRigeli Ngobeni kanti youngest player amuhle kakhulu uNthabelenge Emajiya kwiRichmond United. Corner kick Boitumelo Rabale yinhle ekhanda lakhe laphana ke uKadethe agcwalanga ke kahle ke lela bhola abayayisusa ke ingozi ke laphana ke emuva awuthabana naba ke manje bebaphuca ibhola ke liyagodwa eboxini angakwesokudla ke uyena ke laphana ke ulilona Adaweti Khadethe angakwesokudla manje khona ubambanani awufuna ukuzicabela yena indlela kodwa ke iyavinjwa nayi futhi ke enye ikhona ngibheka nje ukuthi kokubambanani uyathanda ukuhlasela ukuqhamuka ngakwesokudla esuka la emuva kodwa okwesibili noma okwesithathu egoba amabhola ngale ngakwesokudla.
I think a situation evela from a corner kick she normally occupies the blind side on kuma corner kick so normally when ibhola lidlula yonke i-defense lithola yena on the other side but it's technically gifted a very good defender it's a modern defender it's beneficial for Sundowns to have a defender so
Rabale uyayiphakamisa ke ikhona afuna amakhanda ayikakasuki ke eboxini naba manje isibhudubhudu nje awukhona futhi ubambanani ibhola nanke manje lishayisa esandleni hayi khona yini penalty leya hayi khona ipenalty leya akangabazanga futhi ke unompempe Oyakhala lapha ochabalala. Abayakhala bonke abadlali. Asibone nje la ukuthi kwenzekeni. Laphana ke ngeke leli bhola lishaye emlenzeni.
Yeah, she got it wrong. She got it wrong. She got it wrong. Lishaye nyawo. And there's usho le situation.
Asibone ukuthi lana hayi leli lishaye unyawo ulishaye unyawo mhlawumbe ke ingale kule situation yokuqala asazi nompempe ukuthi uyibone phi yena. Nangu umdlali wabo ke ogqamile ngempela Rabale. Uno lefty omuhle. Ethu umuntu kwemedlala ngenyawo lesinxele edlala kahle kanje uno left ofundisekile. Aboyithumelo Rabale oyasondela ibeka phakathi. Enhle ipenalty. Akutatazelwa lapha ku Rabale. Two Sundowns manje.
Nathi.
Nothi ima Indies. Awubheke nje wasalemile ke goalkeeper wayibeka lapha na ke.
Yes, ngicela ayiphinde le penalty.
Nayi ke le penalty eyibeka kamnandi ke yena ke uRabale. Two Sundowns. And not Ima Indies.
Nathi.
Asibone ke manje ke nanku ke ebuya. Oyabuya ke laphana ke umali ngakwesokudla. Goalkeeper uyiqala ke laphana ke ngakwesokudla manje Ethileti. Awuselanda amabhola ke amabili emva kwakhe. Oyafika ke laphana ke eRabale. Sundowns idlalisa ke oko champagne ngempela. Bafuna nje ukuthi zithi ke ziye ekhefini. Bebeke sebewenzile umsebenzi omningi. Njengoba ke befuna nje ukushaka amagoli. Asibone nje lo myakazo bafuna ke laphana ke Valeria Petri. Iyavimbi Sundowns emuva. Akekana nali ibhola ke elide Melinda Khadiethe. Ophasa kahle unikeza ke lapha Oratile Mkwena. Libuyela kuyena futhi ke lapha Khadiethe. Bamdlala kabi. Onompempe unikeza ifree kick liyaphuma ikhadi eliyelo. Onompempe usifakile isandla sakhe ephaketheni aphakeme mama stats waphinda wambamba futhi nasebusweni.
I think uthe makamista ngenyawo wambamba ngesicima in that situation. Because ubonile ukuthi uyambhitha umbhithile ngenyawo. That's why ambamba ngesicima.
Yellow card Purity Mugayi. Yellow card iyoqala ke iyomdlalo. Ayoqala ke iyomdlalo ke uhlezi phansi ke Melinda Khadiethe. Umgadli ke weSundowns umgadli futhi ke weqembu lesizwe. Ibanyana 17 caps. 3 goals. Awakwadlala futhi ke naseqenjini ke layo ke iBirmingham City. Awumdlali ngempela ke onohlonze unesipiliyoni uyasukuma. Awuzoqhubeka ke nawo ke laphana ke umdlalo. Anayi ke la iTsunami Queens edlale ke ekseni ke ishayiwe 5-0 namhla manje. Abahlezi ke babhekile ke lo mdlalo ngoba ke basazodlala ke nawo ke womabili ke lamaqembu. Tsunami Queens iyakhona ke laphana ke eFree State. Arabale uzothatha ke le free kick. Aphuma uhlu left wakhe. Awubheke nje lihlala liyabhola. Nalithuba futhi. Yabona uRabale unyawo lwakhe lesinxele lufundile. Yabona le free kick inzima kakhulu.
Uyafita kule Sundowns team ngale left yakhe. Look at the conviction, the precision on the deliverance yakhe lapha ya. Usazowakora this season because I think she's given it a role ukuthi makafika kule range ayenze noma ina ithandayo.
Enhle free kick Goalkeeper wadiver waphela walanyulelwa yipali. Akube bengekho nje laphana ke crossbar ngabe sikhuluma ke enye indaba. Ayimuhle lamdlali ke yena ke uRabale. Onompempe ke nange manje awumisa ke umdlalo lephakeme ke neflag. Liphakeme iflag kuthiwa ke abadlali Sundowns ke laphana ke emuva. Bayiqala ke kuyena ke laphana ke ubambanani. Nangu ke emosha ke manje ke lapha oratile mkona nalithuba lapha. Umzamo ke wokuqala goalkeeper uyibamba lithula nje lithi du ibhola ke yena ke lapha uyena ke uAsa Arabalawo. Uyabona ke mangabe idefense yenza iphutha kodwa no goalkeeper ayilekelele ukuthi ke izinto ke zibalula ke kanjani asibone nje nangu futhi ke uRabale ekhipha ibhola elihle kodwa ugoalkeeper oyaphuma uyalithatha.
I think that situation a mistake ends with defense. It's a more concentration time. I mean, they needed just to concentrate. That is why they took it for granted. They were lucky not to be punished by Upagri Lapia.
Amali asibone manje ke ngakwesokunxele ukuthi ke wenze njani umfati uyaphakamisa bafuna ke laphana ke phambili kodwa uyaphuma futhi goalkeeper Arabalo. Sundowns manje ke iyashesha awubuyile futhi ke nokekana 26 years badlala ke 1-2 naye futhi ke uRabale nange manje banikeza lelona adaweti ebhola elihle elide futhi ke lakhe yena ke uRabale kodwa liyavinjwa. Goalkeeper ke laphana ke muva athlete oyaphakamisa ke ibhola. Asibone manje ke umnyakazo ke wayo ke lapha ema-Indies abanikeza dine womfati akhona ubambanani obiza ugoalkeeper ukuthi woza mina ngizomvimba la emva kwami wena usondele uzothatha ibhola ubuhlakani nesipiliyoni ikona ke yakhombisayo ke lapha emuva ubambanani.
I'm very excited to see Urabale dictating the volume game. I think the intelligence is very important from my side. But if you look at our stats, ball position still favors Sundowns. They're dominated side, and obviously, our entries go box entries. They've done over 50% in the first half. Our box entries.
Umdlalo ke iwuthwele iwuphethe ke iSundowns abambanani mbane. Oyavela ke manje ke yena ke lapha oratile mkhwena 21 years. OwaseGarankuwa awushaya amagoli awu-10 kwiSundowns ngesizini edlule. Oyena ke oratile nange manje ebefuna nje ukuzifaka enkingeni lapha kuleya defense othabana noMugayi kodwa ke ngenhlanhla ke ugoalkeeper oyadlala ke uyabavikela angeke ngilingaphakami. Onange ganga ke ngebhola bemnike kahle ke uDinyewo lapha umfati wavele ke washawa nje i-first touch. Sundowns yabona manje yawehlisa umdlalo kodwa ibhola make lafika lapha kubo iTumelo Rabale akumele wazi ukuthi ke khona nje ephasi nje ezodala inkinga ezosusa isiphithiphithi obheke nje namanje nayo ke leyo phasi shintsha nje inkundla kamnandi kekana nangeyiveza banikeza ke manje ke yena ke lapha Melinda Khatiethe anoma ke lilona daweti Arabale wabaleka ke ngapha ke ngakwesokunxele uzibonile ukuthi awezoba ke ese offside nangu ke la Arabale ozalwa ke eLesotho oseke wadlala nje 60 times ke eqenjini ke lakhe la esizwe.
I think for me no referee, unless he's saying the second bite emsha isandla iyayenza ukuthi ayenze penalty but from where I'm sitting I don't think it was a penalty but unikane ngayo.
Kodwa ke egcineni uyivalele phakathi uRabale obheke leya 10 kalilona nayi percent ithola Mike eboxini kodwa liphakeme iflag kuthiwa se offside. Uyabona ke uMike uvela hlale nje lapha kwi-back four uyahlala akazenza izinto eziningi ohlala lapha linda amabhola okumnandi ke ukuthi udlala kwi-Sundowns la kukhona abantu nje abakhipha amaphasi ngazo zonke indlela.
Angeka struggling a supply in that situation. She uses his strength because she's got speed. So we are more ready for a relay.
Amike akadethe alilona dawethu eswitcha nje kamnandi nange manje elivala kahle futhi lapha kekana asibone nje ukuthi ke wenze njani nange shaya itayela akekho velayo usefikile uRabala uyalifuna bamnikeza yamshaya first touch kodwa waphinde ke walwina ayiphela imoya le ajuice emuva amakhubela athunile Sundowns oyababiza laphana ke makhurubetsi emuva ke manje ke iSundowns awaseke elahla ema Indies ngempela ke namhlanje njengoba ke seyidedeleke amagoli amabili alokho kusho ukuthi asibone futhi ke lapha ukuthi ke bamthola nami abamtholi ke yena ke uMelinda Khadethe befunwa ke ngakwesokunxele efunwa ke uyena ke laphana ke ukekana Sundowns ama-second ball iwathola wonke nanke manje laphana ke uOratile Mkwena 1-2 awuthi uyaliveza kodwa ke alifiki idlalisa half ground nje manje ima Indies.
It is because they can't come out because abahlanganisi more than 2 to 3 touches. So they can't come out without the ball. So Sundowns over the time, go on a high press to try to regain a position. But also, it's not just about gaining a position, but it's also about getting those advanced positions and to try to create from those situations.
Awuvuti lapha usithole njengoba ke ebemlahla phansi umgadli badlala ke i-3-4-3 omunye ke wesithathu ke olaphana ke phambili kodwa izinto azilungi ngoba umgadile lapha uthisetso makhubela free kick ulungisa udonga lakhe asa arabalawo naye ke manje ke i-free kick asibone nje la ugoalkeeper alaze lalihle igoli Valeria Apakri wayibhakuzisa inethi ngesitayela Mkhonza ngesitayela.
A very good free kick, but I thought Urabala was a mistake in that situation. She could have dealt with that ball, but when we reach here, a very good free kick from Upakri, but Urabala will look at this goal and say, hey, it's going to affect the confidence here.
Okusho ukuthi yabona ke la ku Super League sinabo abadlali abathatha ama-free kick siqeda kubona uRabale ngale eshaya i-free kick enzima kwala kancane ukuthi ingene kodwa nayi ngala manje uPakri eyivalela phakathi.
Shooting now any situation around the box uPakri will take a lot of those free kicks because sekabonile ukuthi kune suspect which is uRabalawo.
Mhlambe ke nelanga ke belimxhopha kodwa lokho akusho lutho free kick yinhle lihle igoli ke lema Indies asisho nje wena Dr Mnandi ukuthi igoli lokuqala leli kuma season amabili ima Indies idlala neSundowns.
Yeah, so igoli lokuqala mara it might change the outlook of the game, so let's give it a chance and sibone ukuthi second half izoyenzakalani.
At 2-1 iscore amagoli ayashawa kwi-Hollywoodbets Super League. Amadembe eChikumbu awukho nanke manje kuthiwa ke akalisuse leliya bhola othiwa ke akalisuse free kick ekude ke le asibone ke ukuthi ke bazoyenze njani asibone ukuthi bazomphinda yini ugoalkeeper ngoba lisamxhopha ilanga Rabalawo nangeze emzama kodwa leli ke liphuma ke eceleni kwepali sebembonile ukuthi ilanga liyamphazamisa.
So ibench kusho ifanele limnikeze ikepisi because if ukhoshwe ilanga then bekafanele afake ikepisi because ufacane naloko vele ilanga.
Amadembe eChikumbu uyena ke obezama okushaya ke le free kick ekude abamthinta enyaweni Melinda Khadethe arabale oyiqala ke emuva yabona manje sekunokutatazela ke manje ku goalkeeper weSundowns limthusile leliya goli anangu ke noNompempe ohlezi phansi ke manje ke uRabale othintekile ke yena ke uRabale oNompempe ke wasewumisa umdlalo uqinisile Siphiwe yabona ugoalkeeper yabona ke la enye ebamnyathelile ke yena ke uRabale kodwa muku goalkeeper lapha weSundowns usithile ngesandla ilanga liyamchopha.
I think bekufanele afake ikepis from the onset ye game. Lela goal because ukuthi ilanga belimchopha, and that is why I was a bit surprised because she's a very good goalkeeper. Now she considered that goal. It says a lot ngokuthi kushuthi bekaxoshwa ilanga.
Ama indize ngakwesokudla okapteni Asibata ebhola lakhe laseke liphumela ke ngaphandle isikhathi siyaphela first half iyaphela okhiphela ke ngaphandle futhi ke laphana ke obambanani izolo sibona amagoli awu21 namhlanje kuseni sabona u5 kulomdlalo asemathathu osuku nje lwesibili kuphela akusakhona ke nomunye umdlalo ke ongakadlalwa weDurban Ladies asazi ke khona ke ukuthi umdlalo ke uyophela ke kanjani alimphazamisile yena ke laphana ke oasa ke leliya bhola uyabona manje ke ukuthi ke uyatatazela akuzethemba lokho akade nako kuleya defense yakhe esekuthanda ukuthi ke kwehle manje ke kancane enema Indies yabona le goal ukuthi libanikeze ukuzethemba bayabona ukuthi masiya phambili izinto ke ziyenzeka ngikhuluma ke ngaye ke usithole ebenodinewo umfati lapha phambili bathathu udinewo umfati usithole nomshayi wegoli uValerie Epakri bayinikeza inkinga manje idefense yeSundowns kule mzuzwana yokugcina.
But they need to do more because I've seen Bana speed which they can use effectively for against Umbane no Makubela. Because normally when you occupy, they've got an overload on the sides. They are playing a wing back, a winger, both sides. So there's an overload against Utaweti no Khadiet. They need just to make sure that they use that advantage effectively.
Abatholi khona ngoba ke nange ubambana naye cishe ke ukushaya ke on goal. Uyayithatha ke Valeria Apakri. Asibone nje ele khona akuthi ke izokwenza njani ke ima Indies akodwa ke le yakhona nje ayinhle neze ephuma ke eceleni futhi ke kungezwe ke imzuzu ke emibili oNompempe uzosiqeda nje noma yinini ke isombe ke esoqala ajusi ubambanani onikeza ke lapha lilona oyayiphasa manje Rabale elibuyele emuva ke manje ke ibhola ke kuyona ke iSundowns awasesiqeda ke uNompempe ke isombe ke esoqala esimnandi angempela sibona amagoli amathathu elihle kakhulu elishawa ke iyona ke laphana ke ama Indies kanti iSundowns nayo ewatholile amathuba yawasebenzisa.
I think Jerry Langa won't be happy with the way they played in patches. They needed to be consistent in how they progressive play from defense to attack, and you can see with the Sundowns they were playing in very patches today.
Uyabona ke ukuthi Sundowns iphethe ke ngempela umdlalo 62% ball possession kuyona ke u38 ama offside 3 ngala kuSundowns 1 okusho ukuthi iyahlasela iSundowns kulona ke iqembu ke ilayo ke ima Indies. Uyabona ke nama cross mathathu kuSundowns kanti ke yinye ke ngapha ke kulona ke iqembu layo ke ima Indies nama tackles akhona ngempela ke kulona ke iqembu ke layo ke ima Indies kodwa ke thina ke siya ke ekhefini la eGiyani Stadium sithi ke 2 eSundowns 1 ima Indies.
sis, what up?
Obviously, a spinner, boy.
And you, auntie?
Ooh, I love to spin.
Oh, hey there.
Spinning as always, darling.
Awe.
Chilling labra, slanning a lekker spunza.
Anyone can spin it to win it. Just 5 ranyana and you could win up to 75,000 rand instantly.
Yo. Serious?
Obvious. Just Zala online. Spinner uzowina with Spin for Cash. Panda Push-Up Play.
15 million people have joined the ShopRite's Extra Savings card. And now, a brand new benefit.
Extra savings brings it when you're no longer around.
Get extra peace of mind with the monthly funeral benefit.
Forget the bills, just leave them trails.
It's a 4,500 Rand grocery voucher for free. Simply swipe 4 times a month to earn free cover for the next month just by shopping.
So when you shop for what you need, remember always swipe.
No waiting period, no medical tests, no forms. Check your till slip to track your swipes. And it's free. Remember, always swipe.
Mom's got a headache. Get Calpol.
Calpol tablets release medicine 5 times faster than standard paracetamol tablets to relieve pain, fever, and headache, so you can get back to life fast. Calpol tablets for pain and fever release medicine 5 times faster than standard paracetamol tablets. Now for adults.
Welcome to Vanish. It removes tough stains, brightens colors, and keeps them hygienically clean. Watch this. Why? Coffee. Chakalaka. With the power of millions of oxygen bubbles. See? No stains. And the colors are brighter. Vanish multi-action for clothes like you.
Stream music, news, sports, tutorials, and more with our new MTN social bundles. Get a 2 gig YouTube bundle for just 30 Rand once off. Join MTN and dial *136*2# to buy. So, what are we doing today? MTN.
Yes.
There's a flavor of Stimorol for every version of me. When I'm feeling wavy or unstoppable, my flavor changes with me. Stimorol, your flavor, your flow.
It's Spar Rewards winner car time, and you could be turning your shopping into one of 50 limited edition Hyundai Grand i10s. Remember, every participating product you buy gets you another entry to win. Spar Rewards winner car, now on.
After 45 minutes of play in the Hollywoodbets Super League, it is the visitors, Mamelodi Sundowns, who are leading by 2-1. But of course, those goals also marred with controversy. It started as early as the 15th minute when Michelle Minnie's on debut scored for Sundowns ladies, Gloria.
Absolutely. This was the first goal that I still believe for me shouldn't have stood. But when you look at the incident there by Boitumelo, there's a frantic notification to the referee that there's a handball used. But nevertheless, you got to learn to play according to the referee's whistle. But there is an element, again, within that goal of offside. When you look at where Michelle is, she's already in an offside position. Yeah. Disetso, who is ahead of her, that tries to play that back heel, is onside. So I think that goal shouldn't have stood.
And we talk about officiating also in this instance. Later on, we saw Rabale convert this penalty, but should it have even been awarded, Simpiwe?
It shouldn't have been awarded because Uma Dembe Shikumbu ulvimbili ball with her foot, and when it ricocheted, it came to the shoulder, Yagatibani, and that shouldn't have been a handball.
That shouldn't have stood indeed. But of course, for my Indies, they also came through with a scorcher of a goal from Pakri.
Oh, brilliant one. When the goalkeeper should have really been watching that. This is when you expect her to use her elevation to go very high, maybe not catch it, but tip it over the bar. She's got the good height, and she could have just read it a little bit different. But that's a beautiful, well-taken set piece there by the Zimbabwean. Bakri.
Bakri, really, absolutely excellent. As it stands, 2-1. Of course, Sundowns leading, but I just have the suspicion that we are going to see many more goals. Let's take a quick ad break. Masibuya, kude manigi zindala zombili.
And don't forget my cough syrup.
Is it a wet or dry cough? Hello?
Don't take a chance. Take new Actaplus. Unlike other cough syrups, its new proven formula relieves both wet and dry cough. New Vicks Actaplus wet and dry cough syrup.
Breathe. Because sometimes one big breath is all it takes. Hold. Breathe first. Ungapheli umoya.
Today is going to be a big day.
Why do you always say that?
What if today is the day that my boss finally notices all my hard work?
Did you draw these?
Yes, I did.
Come by my office.
Okay.
Wow, that's so cool.
Yes, and today you could score that winning try.
Let's go.
Wow, today can be a big day.
Whatever happens, we're ready. With Aquafresh confidence, today can be a big day.
Guys, lipstick is for mommy, not the wall.
Children, they are cute no matter what they do. But there's nothing cute about fever. Calpol starts to work on fever in just 15 minutes. Trust Calpol to work on fevers fast to bring back their cute smiles.
He's seeing difficult times ahead, guys. We're gonna have these later. I just really need to finish this week. Okay, I'll have one now.
First you twist it. Then you dunk it.
Mitzpah. Today he takes away Ikwababa and professes his love to Espalapa. Nazo. I get ready. Lerato got options.
Options.
Yo. Melaiti, fever and headache. I do so regard washing. Try Ipozonke ye flu. Young Spane, no manini, no babu. Trust Ipozonke ye flu to release you from 9 flu-related symptoms, including headache and fever. Met Lemon is a solver.
Well, my Indies, who are yet to register a win against Sundowns ladies, are trailing 2-1 at the Giyani Stadium. Simpiwe, are you still sticking by your prediction? Do you think Sundowns ladies will walk away with victory today?
I'm still sticking to that because their bench level is strong that can come around and change it.
Yeah, definitely a win, but it's definitely tight on the day. My Indies will get another goal.
Ooh, they will get another goal. Analysts still sticking to their prediction that was made earlier on Masibuya. We want to find out about the substitutions that either of these teams can make to ensure that they walk away with maximum 3 points. Ninga Indao.
Dan, I know that meat looks tender, but not so much when your chest is burning. Remember the last time? Yeah, wow, bo, iring had been mumani.
Ngashi, in any situation, Eno gets to work in 6 seconds to relieve the 6 symptoms of heartburn.
Supporting your immune system starts with a healthy routine. Centrum with vitamin C, vitamin D and zinc helps you stay balanced and helps to maintain your immune system day after day. Support your immune system with Centrum, the world's #1 multivitamin. Try Centrum today.
I don't know about you, but I know what I want. I want to be entertained. I want to be thrilled. All of it, jets. I want excitement. I want options. Variety. I want it today, tonight, tomorrow. I want it all. That's why Hollywoodbets.
How was your day? Busy? Okay, if he really has to know, let's start with hot, nasty, fast, furious. Ooh, that's gotta hurt. But it's all cool. When cooling down is easy, this easy. Nice. You even took it with a smile.
What about yours?
Don't worry, you got this.
You make the world go round and can't afford to let pain get in your way. You need fast, effective pain relief that gets ready to work in 10 seconds on the go. It's the same Grandpa you trust. Kushintsha style phela. Grandpa, trusted for over 100 years.
People are eating more and more acidic foods, which can cause enamel loss and may lead to tooth sensitivity and yellowing. Pro-enamel will drive in more minerals into the enamel structure so that the enamel is stronger and more resilient to acid. New Pro-enamel has been specially designed for enamel protection.
Sundowns ladies currently in the driving seat of this encounter, leading 2-1. In terms of my Indies, Simpiwe, they want to make sure that they're banging in those goals. What can they do differently the second half?
I don't think they should rush to go to their subs yet, but they must make sure that up top they push their 3 to sit Gulama Center Peka through Sundowns and keep them under pressure so that they don't build up Gamnan.
And of course, for Sundowns ladies, they cannot be relaxing. There is Umtandi as well, players that they can probably bring in.
Yeah, I think I'm a little concerned in the middle of the park as Boitumelo Queen is probably running out of legs. You could bring in a player like Talia Smith to just come and rejuvenate that midfield and pass those wonderful sugar passes into that area.
Well, for my Indies, they want to make sure that they correct their history books. They have not yet registered a win against Sundowns ladies. They do have another 45 minutes to change that. Let's take you through to the Giyani Stadium. Uthuli Silimeya, Ganye, Nosimpiwe Konza are standing by with commentary.
Asibongeke kakhulu ke estudio ke kuwena ke Xoli ke inethimba lakho njengoba ke sikhona ke thina ke la eGiyani Stadium ke isombe esesibili ke njengoba ke simamkela ke futhi ke nomukeli ke ngasekhaya iSundowns ompetha ke ngempela abavikela ke iyona ke lendebe ke yeligi abadlala ke nayo ke laphana ke ima Indies siye ekhefini besithi ke athi1 njengoba ke sibona ke inguquko manje esenziwa ke ilona ke iqembu ke elayo ke iSundowns ngibona manje bafaka ke uNonhlanhla Amthandi olelona Adaweti uyaphuma olona ke ushintsho olwenziwa ke iyona ke iSundowns anangu futhi ke umshayi ke wamagoli oandisiwe emqoyi ke uyangena nguquko ezenziwa uJerry Shabalala Amike Minize uyaphuma awuphuma ke eshaye ke igoli ke lakhe lokuqala ekule season andiswe mqoyi 33 years top goal scorer ngesizini edlule ngamagoli awu27 awakwagijima eqenjini lesizwe 39 awama-Caps washaya ke amagoli awu9 kanti ke wakwadlala futhi ke eCape Town edlalela ke iqembu ke layo ke iCape Town Roses waya futhi naphesheya ke kwezilwandle yena ke laphana ke umqo uyabona nje ukuthi umqeqeshi uJerry eyodwa kuphela into ayifunayo manje ufuna amagoli.
Technically it means uJerry ubonile ukuthi first half they were creating, but bafuna umuntu ozowaterminate lama goal. So Mqoyi brings that element of finishing, determination, but also the aggression up front. I mean, ubheke noMthandi coming in, also let le influence the spark center.
Othiwa ke abaliphose ke lela bhola ke abayo ke laphana ke iSundowns. Amqoyi ungena ke nesipiliyoni esinzima kule qembu layo ke iSundowns. Yabona kwiSundowns kuphuma iinternational, ungena enye international ngoba uDaweti njengoba ke bemkhipha odlalile under 20 o national team. Wadlala ke 19 times, washaya ke amagoli awu7 njengoba befaka ke iyena ke lapha uMqoyi. Akusayinwa ngempela ke abadlali ke kwiSundowns abanezi epiliyoni, ayikakashintshi ke iyona ke laphana ke ima indizi. Umqeqeshi awubethi Maseko othi ke konke kusahamba kahle eqenjini ke lakhe, bashaye ke enhle i-free kick ngesombe ke sokuqala. Akwezwa ke ngendaba lapha epalini Asa Arabalo. Njengoba ke bemphasa ke emuva yena futhi uAsa wakhona ke la eLimpopo, sala phansi ke uMthandi. Awungene ke esombeni ke esesibili. Sundowns evula ke okokuqala ke isizini, evula ke neqembu abavala ngalo. Anange la ethinteke khona ke uThisetso oMakhubela njengoba ke ezibamba ke amaqakala. Onompepe uthi ke abaphumele ke naye ke ngaphandle, abaphuma naye ke lapha abalo ke iqembu elayo ke laphana ke iSundowns. Unamagoli ke amabili akulona ke iqembu ke layo ke iSundowns. Athabana emuva ke manje akekana abayaliphakamisa ibhola. Oyavimba ke emuva futhi ke lapha uMugayi. Asibone nje le bhola ke lihle, alihle lifuna Dineo Mfati, uyalivala anange eqeda ngobambanani, ayaligobe boxing kodwa cha eyavimba idefense eyayo ke laphana ke iSundowns. Anange la awumthandi ongene ke endaweni ekaMikhe. Ngishilo ukuthi kuphuma international kungena ke enye ngoba ke nayo uMikhe njengoba ephuma wayekhona laphana ke kwisquad esayodlala ke iWorld Cup ka under 17. Umthandi naye futhi onama-caps awu-80 e-national team, wakwadlalela ke iqembu ke layo ke i-Bluebirds. Uthi i-favorite player yakhe Siphiwe uMshishi.
Kusho ukuthi ufuna ukuyihlanganisa njengomshishi. Wena uMshishi uyaphanda uyahlanganisa uyahereza.
Atheledi emapalini ke ayo ke lapha ema-Indies. Uyabona manje ke lapha uDineo Mfati, abona manje ke ubambanani ngathi ke uzalelwe nje endlini. Umqeqeshi khona ke akhulumile ke noDineo ngoba uyabona manje ukuthi ke usethanda nje ukuhluka. Oratile Mkhwena amakhurubetsi Amqoyi, nangu uMqoyi ngena ke boxing uyalivala uyaliphasa nange libeka kamnandi ke kuyena ke uRabale kodwa ebhola ke lasa ke eliphuma ke ngemuva ke kwakhe. Onompempe ke uthi ke ibhola ke elibanjwe ngesandla alibuye ke elibekwe phansi. Ansiwe Mqoyi 27 goals awuvalele phakathi ngesizini edlule. Awufakwa kwakhe manje kusho nje into ke eyodwa ukuthi akahambe ayotholela iSundowns amagoli libethusile leliya goli elishawe uyena ke lapha Valerie Parkry.
I think what Indies they've done well, truly, it's important. But they looked after his space-time numbers and harmonic mixture of the three, and that is why they know they're not gonna dominate the game. They can only dominate the space, the time, the numbers.
Izinto ke azikakashintshi nakuyona ke imidlalo ke yayo ke iDStv Premiership anakhona ke sisesombeni sesibili nanke manje bemkhipha yena ke laphana ke umxoyi kodwa ke ibhola ke alangafika kuyona i-through ball ebebeyiveza ngakwesokunxele captain Sibata onikeza manje yena ke eParkry abanikeza Mfati nanke manje ke ubhekene nobambanani kodwa ibhola lakhe angazi ke ukuthi ke beyithini inhloso yaleya phasi yakhe uDineo Mfati.
Decision making in that area, 1v1, she needed to engage Umbane, take Umbane into the box to give herself the advantage. But to look at it, decision making yakhe, she wanted to be fancy. She could have done better to try to take on Umbane lapho.
Mfati ke bathi ke uDino mabembiza ke la eqenjini ke ilayo ke laphana ke ima Indies. Awubuke nje ukuthi ke badlala kahle kanjani laphana ke Rabale oshiya ke kuyena ke ibhola kuMali amkwena manje uyavela ujuice esiswini Sundowns iyaqindezela iyakhuphuka iSundowns ephasi ke yakhe ke laphana ke ubambanani ayifiki ke lapha eyithumela ke khona obezama ke ukekana uyabuya futhi ke ubambanani Amthandi oyiqala emuva ke manje Umthandi amshaya ke yena ke i-first touch uMali 20 years yena ke laphana ke uMali awasepitoli emabopane awuyena ke lo oshawa ke iyona ke i-first touch Asibata ucaptain ke weqembu alema Indies Mthandi uyisusa manje ke kuyena ke Umthandi olishiya ke kuyena Mkhwena 21 years bafuna ke umxoyi kodwa hayi noma ngane jubane elingakanani ngeke alifice leli bhola ke umxoyi uyabona nje ukuthi ke wonke amabhola manje eSundowns ke mangabe ke iwathumela ke phambili ke bafuna nje ukuthi alithole ke yena ke uandisiwe ukuze ezobakhipha ngaphansi kwale ngcindezi abakuyona beSundowns ngoba siyekhefini izinto ke seziqala ukuthi zishintshe
i-defense yabo Shabalala noThabani, they don't offer the space behind, and Umxoyi is a player that you can serve in terms of the service angarana into the space, but because uThabani no Shabalala they don't offer the space. We have to see ukuthi intelligence kaMxoyi izovela kanjani namhlanje.
Sibata ke ukapteni nje leliya bhola ke eboxini kodwa hayi ke uyavimba laphana ke emuva amakhurubetsi kuyona ke iSundowns uyabona manje ukuthi ke kuyadlalwa ngempela ama-Indies iyabona ukuthi ke banalo ithuba lokwenza izinto nangiandisiwe ayigoba ke eboxini kodwa abayavimba oThabana ke laphana ke emuva Mthandi Mali uyayiphasa uyibuyisela kuyena Umthandi anisiwe ke lase ke liphuma ke emva kwakhe ke ibhola yabona manje bayashayisana ananga umshayi wegoli uParkry yayinhle iphasi kaParkry onikeza ukapteni washintsha kamnandi ukapteni ebholeni ingozi asibone manje bathola Dineo eboxini kodwa sebenza emuva obambanani Mbane uyabona nje lapha uDineo Mfati beyinhle indlela abadlaleke ngakhona le bhola ima-Indies.
I think if we beg, it's better than the first one. I told you the way she needed to beat Umbane. Now in this situation, Upite Umakubela, but the good covering from Umbane.
awuhlezi phansi ubambanani Mbane hlezi phansi ubambanani Mbane awenze umsebenzi omkhulu lapha ngoba abengena amanzi endlini bakhona ke abathandi ke bebhola abakhona ngempela ke bazobuka bazosupporta ibhola la mantombazane la eGiyani Stadium enkundla le emumatha ke 20,000 oyaqhubeka umdlalo manje ke nayo ke iSundowns imali Arabale othi uyayiveza wayinikeza ke eMthandi nange iphasa futhi eMthandi kodwa ke uyabhimba emuva aThabana uyikhiphela ke ngaphandle umsebenzi uzoba mkhulu manje sekukhona umdlali oyinkinga imali abamlahla phansi laphana ke Rabale onompempe othi umdlalo awuqhubeke Amthandi naye shaya cross ehle eboxini ke manje asibone nali ithuba lapha eceleni kwepali okay kana iyamhlula iphasi enhle Baroka ihamba phambili ngamagoli ke amabili eqandeni manje eshaya ke iyona ke laphana ke iSwallows Richard Mbulu ke uyena ke oshaya ke igoli elesibili ifuna ukubaleka emsileni iBaroka efuna ukubaleka ezembeni ngoba ke lo mphumela usho ukuthi iBaroka izoyijomba ke iyona ke iSwallows namhlanje ke solala kuyiSwallows ke ehlezi ke emsileni njengoba ke iBaroka ibashaya laphana ke ezansi a2-1 iscore ebhodini ema-Indies idlala kangcono kakhulu angikholwa ukuthi ke iSundowns beyazi ukuthi ke izinto ke zizoba nzima kangaka mawubheka nje ukuthi ngesizini edlule bashaye ke amagoli ayi10 bayamkhipha manje eDinewo Mfati odlaleke kahle kakhulu oshintsho olwenziwa umqeqeshi oshintsho olwenziwa ke umqeqeshi lokuqala bakhipha umgadli eDinewo Mfati.
I think from those two situations umqeqeshi ufuna ukuthi could have done better nge decision making and she allowed those situations to go by because they could have got something out of those situations. So umqeqeshi feels good ne crowd imfakile pressure man ukuthi hey awenza ushintsho man usastera kamnandanga kahle.
Athabana emuva Rabala uyabathathela kodwa ke liyamceza ibhola Amelinda Khadethe Amkwena 21 years abamdlala kabi Arabale amthathela ajusi uyavimba emuva awuphumile manje ke lo mdlalo kade enezinkinga nangu andisiwe anange manje ke bashiya ke kuyena ke uMthandi kodwa ke iphasi yakhe ayinhle neze ke leya phasi Indies idlala ke kangcono kakhulu ananga umshayi wegoli Valeria Pakri ozalelwa laphana ke eZimbabwe eHarare la ezalelwe ke khona ke wadlalela ke eHarare City wadlalela futhi ke nePushback Ridge Ladies neMorning Stars awusamncane una 20 nje kuphela una 22 nje kuphela eminyaka yakhe ke yena ke la uPakri awushaye ke elihle ke igoli ke lema Indies ngesombe esokuqala ingakho ke sithi ke 2-1 ukhaleke ngokuxhoshwa ke ilanga oAsa namanje ke seshintshile izinto kodwa ke seliyashona alisamxhophi ke ngala ke ugoalkeeper otheledi wayo ke ima Indies
selashona Thuli. I think also lately nokushisa kakhulu kwalo manje. You can see nomdlalo manje so pick up ne tempo ne speed. So kuyashuthi ilanga manje selehlila sashisa kakhulu.
Arabalo oyaliphakamisa ke ibhola kodwa manje yabona idefense yema Indies idlala kangcono kakhulu kunesombe sokuqala strong ifika kuqala ebholeni ungena kwaansiwe akubathusi.
They've worked so much on their defensive structure. I mean the 4 reference points of defending.
Asibone ke leli bhola ke njengoba ke beligoba akodwa ke liphuma ke kude ke namapali. Sundowns ke yenze ke olunye ke ushintsho njengoba sibona manje uRoda Amola Woods angikutshelile ukuthi ke la ku Sundowns kuphuma international ingene internationally I 32 years ke yena ke uRoda osebuya ke okwesibili ku Sundowns waqala wayijoyina ngo2010 wahamba ke wayodlalela ke namanye amaqembu nje phesheya kwezilwandle eAustralia edlala ke kwiCanberra ngesizini ka2018-2019 wafika washaya amagoli amane sibone nje iSundowns kodwa oyaphuma ke ugoalkeeper ngesizini yakhe yokuqala ebuya 2019-2020 efika kuSundowns wadlala imidlalo washaya ke amagoli awu17 uRoda asibone futhi ke nali ibhola kodwa ke olwagoba nje libuyela ke kuyona ke laphana ke iSundowns oratile Mkhwena amelinde ekhadethe onompempe uqale wathi ke athi ngiyeke ngoba nali ibhola ke likwiSundowns baphinda ke badlala kabi ke uMelinda ekhadethe eyaphuma iyellow card Viola Ndlovu eyaphuma yellow card iphumela ke ima Indies madoda asibone manje ke nangu uRoda nangeligoba asibone manje ke boxing lapha eceleni ke kwepali Sundowns ibuza imibuzo manje kuleli yaphali ke layo ke ima Indies kodwa idefense yakhona iyakwazi ukumncika umuntu ngisho eseboxing angakwazi ukukhahlela kahle.
Also what has been difficult for Sundowns it's their wing play abona obokhadiete Dawet in the first half. They struggle to get behind the defense. They struggle with being up and down because when you play with one multifunctional player on the side, it means they have to defend 50% and attack 50%. They struggle with their wing play, and obviously now they are forced to go through the center, which is their combination play.
Asibone manje ke iphasi yakhe lapha oratile Mkhwena kodwa ayifiki kuyena ke Roda oyalwela ibhola Amola Woods isipiliyoni esikuyena abayiqala phansi emuva manje yabona ke indlela nje onyawo ke olikhala ke ngakhona 21 ku11 21 kuyona ke laphana ke ima Indies 9 kuSundowns amakhadi amabili kuyona ke ima Indies eSundowns ke ayikakabi ke nayo ke iyellow card asa arabalawo ephalini leSundowns okhona ke laphana ke ngaphandle reserve goalkeeper Andile Dlamini awumdlali ke weqembu ke lesizwe ebhola ke elide abamncika nje ukuthi ke angalitholi ke leli bhola ke uMelinda Khadethe abadlali ke bema Indies emuva uSibatha ukapteni uThabana bese kuba ke uPurity Mugayi anodzibani ke uyabona nje ukuthi abazimisele bebazi ukuthi ke yini abazobhekana nayo namhlanje abasablutho abanandaba nerecord la ngesizini edlula ubheke namanje nange qashula manje ansiwe nalithuba Mola uthi amadoda yabona leya defense yema Indies ngikutshelile ukuthi iyazinikela ngakho konke bekuyishogoli le
now uthi should have finished in that situation yonke into yamvumela penalty error good pass from Umgcoyi. She should have terminated just to pick a spot. but you can see connection yakhe left yakhe bengamnandanga kahle.
Abazowakhalela lamathuba bazowakhalela na manje futhi Sundowns ngakwesokunxele awukekana bamvala kamnandi yabona le attack iyabiza le attack le defensive edlala kahle kakhulu noma iSundowns iqhamuka ngakwesokunxele kuyavalwa angakwesokudla kuyavalwa nanga umshayi wegoli aphakri kapteni Sibata Sundowns iyavimba ke manje ke emuva yabona manje umdlalo uyalingana ngesombe sokuqala iSundowns ivele yaqala nje yakhuphuka kodwa manje izinto ziyalingana amxoyi uyadlubulundela ngenkani kodwa cha hayi kufakiwe ibhasi lapha awathintekile umxoyi awathintekile bashayisene andisiwe umxoyi oh yena ke athintekile ke laphana ke umxoyi osalinde ke igoli ke lakhe kule season andisiwe umdlali akade bebanga naye useshaye amathathu unyandeni nali igoli ke lokuqala lika Mike Minis eqhamuke ngakwesokudla ke noRabale walivalela phakathi igoli lakhe lokuqala ipenalty uRabale futhi ke eyibeka nje kamnandi igoli ke lesibili elayo ke iSundowns ngalesikhathi iSundowns besicabanga ukuthi njawo kuyehlela kanti ababuzange elangeni nayi free kick eyinkunzimalanga wezwa ngendaba ke ugoalkeeper waphakama ke waphamazeka waphela oValerie ePakri elivalela ke phakathi ingakho amagoli ke emabili uSundowns alilodwa akuyona ke ima-Indies onompempe ke uthi ke umdlalo awubuye ke manje ke oqhubeke yabona ke mangabe ke esiko ke siphela kanje ngo-2-1 umqeqeshi komele ayiqhenye ngale defense noma nje leqembu lakhe lonke nayi Sundowns emosha kodwa asithole waganga ke ngethuba yazi leli thuba kuba belithola uPakri bekuzokonakala.
I think ujahela ukushaya lapha because she was surprised by the fact ukuthi ibhola lilendele kuye, but there was a space in front of her ukuthi bekufanele asateke lapha.
Ima-Indies namhlanje idlala ke neSundowns eyayishaya ngo-7-0 kodwa angeke ke namhlanje ke kwenzeke ukuthi kube o-7-0 ngoba ke sebelishayile lodwa igoli esikhathi siyahamba kusele ke 22 minutes ebhodini ompetha abase South Africa ompetha futhi base Africa laba eSundowns andisiwe mgcoyi kekana cross yakhe iphuma ke eceleni kwepali ngicabanga ukuthi omunye umdlali Dr Mnandi ongayiniki lutho iSundowns nangu kekana amaningi amabhola afika kuyena uyawamosha lapha ngasohlangothini lesinxele.
I-consistency of receiving bengathola amabhola amaningi even in the first half he got 2 or 3 moments, so there's no consistency in servicing iside lakhe. At the time bamservisa khona kulana iseka switch off nebody language yakhe isho kuningi.
Oyaganga ngempela ke yena ke ukekana akabanga ke nomdlali ke omuhle anamhlanje ekulona ke iqembu ke layo ke iSundowns angibona ngathi ke khona ke inguquko abafuna ukuzenza abayo ke iSundowns naba manje bedlala kabi futhi onompempe uyawumisa ke umdlalo oratile Mkwena oke wahlala nje isikhashana ngesizini edlule ethintekile ke yena ke Mkwena kodwa cha awuyasukuma ke uyabuya ke uzoqhubeka ke nawo ke umdlalo Sundowns enyakazisa ibhenji bafuna kokwenza ke ushintsho oJerry Shabalala beno Agnes Inkosi Sibata udlala kahle kakhulu uSibata ukapteni wema-Indies Mthandi wavalela nje izitha ibhola umthandi. Amakhrubetsi shoshela phambili. Arabale wayiveza kamnandi Mulauthi eboxini akho uyavimba kodwa ke emuva hayi le defense naba benikeza umdlalo inkosi manje othini unompempe lapha akoba beselivalele phakathi uRabale ngenyawo lesinxele nayi phasi uthi aliphakeme iflegi.
Bekune foul in that situation. I mean, if you pega la, uchikumbula.
Eyaphunyuka ima Indies. Hayibo. Eyashintsha iSundowns. Chanteli esawo. Abayamkhipha ukekana futhi bakhipha ke umuntu obevele ke efanele ke ukukhishwa ngoba ke ubengasayinikeza lutho ke iSundowns. Oyaphuma manje ke kungena ke yena ke Chanteli bamkhipha manje umdlali odlale kahle kakhulu manje oboyithumelo Rabale kungena ke Talia Smith awuyangena ke ubekhona ke eqenjini ke lesizwe aleli ke elashawa ke iNetherlands kumdlalo womngane futhi ke wayiqala igame yena ke laphana ke uThalia kwakumdlalo wakhe ke wesithathu ekhephu ke yakhe yesithathu ke ye-national team. Oyangena uzodlala ke eswini uzovala la kade kudlala khona umuntu obenza izinto zenzeke akulona iqembu ke leSundowns uRabale bafaka manje uThalia Smith.
Yeah, she brings the element of dictating a tempo center, and obviously be sitting in the center to try to be a pivot because Sundowns want to strengthen that midfield. But I must say, it's very important to Indies to send more numbers offensively.
Sundowns ke nayi ke manje engena ke laphana ke ngakwesokunxele. Oyabona nje leya defense ukuthi ayinandaba ukuthi badlala ke nomdlali onzima andisiwe abasabi bayamaka nje abamnikezi nje isikhathi sokuthi aphefumule. Amugayi ke uyena ke omake kakhulu ke yena ke andisiwe Viola Ndlovu one yellow card. Izinto sezivele ke ezashintsha. Iswalows ekade isele idliwa ke iBaroka ngo-2-0. Asibone nje le pass enhle. Sebenza ke laphana ke muva Purity Mugayi. Esiko manje sithi ke 2-2 Baroka neSwallows. eBaroka ikhaviwe amagoli amabili. Khona kick eThalia. Akadethe nakuyela kuyena futhi. Athalia uyabheka uphakamisa amehlo. Akadethe ayaligoba ke lihlale leyabhola lamhlulu ansiwe ayikakasuki ingozi Chanteli phezu kwamapali limhlula kanjani umgadli ongadibheki ipali njengano ansiwe leyabhola Siphiwe.
One thing I must say, Indies, they've done well thus far. They need to keep the concentration levels very high. But I look at this game and say, they'll look at this game, it's going to give them inspiration going forward. They've done so well thus far, but they need to keep the concentration level very high because Sundowns can score at any given time if they are allowed, because now they allow Sundowns to occupy the space behind the defense.
Awuhlezi phansi ke manje ke uMadembe Chikumbu awuhlezi phansi awuyasukuma kodwa ke uzoqhubeka ke nawo ke umdlalo 15 minutes kuphela osele ebhodini abese ke ziyagoqwa ke ngempela ke izinto odlala ke kahle kakhulu ke yena ke Madembe Chikumbu odlala ke eswini kodwa uyabuya ayisupport i-defense yakhe ama-Indies ke manje emuva oyena futhi ke uPurity Mugayi anaba futhi ke abadlali ke beshayisana ke kabuhlungu onompempe ke kuyamphoqa ukuthi ke awumise ke laphana komdlali amakhubela omunye ke umdlali athintekile eshayisana ke naye ke laphana ke usithole wayo ke ima-Indies abosizo lokuqala bekufanele ukuthi bangene ngokusheshsha ngoba bashayisane ke bephezulu emoyeni
also i-precaution ukuthi mhlawumbe kungabe nama-head injury lapho because mabashayisane ngamakhanda unompempe fanele ayistophe nemesh
okusho ukuthi ke unompempe uphethe ke kahle ke lo mdlalo zonke ke izinto ke uzibhekile nangumqeqeshi awubhethi akhuluma neqembu lakhe bakhona futhi abalandeli abazobukela ke iyona ke lemidlalo bekwi-double header le beyimbili imidlalo akusho ukuthi abantu ke bafike ekseni la kuze kuzoba ke imanje ke basekhona nayi i-first touch iqembu ke elishaye ke iyona ke i-Tsunami ngo-5-0 emidlalweni ke ebesubhekile yokuqala naku nje unyawo indlela nje obeliphakama ke ngakhona awubheke nje bemnyathela uMike onyawo ngempela ke kulomdlalo abasaba abadlali ukulifaka lowo naloyo oyalwa ulwela ke lona ke iqembu lakhe Sundowns nayi ke manje emula uthi eboxini omfishane elamshiya ke lela bhola ke liyameqa nali ijubane manje ngakwesokunxele asibone nje ukuthi benze njani ke uyona ke ima-Indies asithole ebhola ke lase ke limhlula asithole ke odlala ke laphana ke phambili udlala ke naye ke uPakri liyamhlula ke leliya bhola bayashintsha manje Tshwarelo Dikgatho bayamkhipha ukapteni Osibata oshintsho lwema-Indies
ushintsho I thought losing the mileage Usibata. That's why they bring in fresher legs in also to strengthen the midfield because everything has been going so well for Indies. They just need to find that reference point of coming out from defense to attack.
Sundowns edonsa ke kanzima manje ubona nje ukuthi ke sebefake nje inqwaba yabadlali abaseqopheleni eliphezulu futhi abagadli okhombisa ukuthi bafuna igoli wanisiwe bamfakile amulawuzi bamfaka kodwa idefense isamile yenza isiqiniseko ukuthi kakudlulutho le defense ke yema-Indies nomthandi futhi akhona ke laphana ke enkundleni kodwa ke namanje esavalile ke iyona ke ima-Indies free kick eThalia azoyithatha ke leya free kick Sundowns Thalia uphumile phela urabale awuyena manje ke uthalitha yinhle futhi nalithuba lapha ayibapha goalkeeper abeyinhle i-free kick inekhanda futhi belilihle kodwa ugoalkeeper ubesendaweni right ngesikhathi esifanele
positioning it was good for her
asibone manje ngakwesobudla ebhola ukuthi ke kwenze njani ke lapha usithole waqhuba nje kakhulu bekuyithuba futhi elayo ke laphana ke ima-Indies bayabuya manje ke yona ke ima-Indies amadembe echikumbu aPakri uyaligoba lihle ibhola likaPakri kodwa cha goalkeeper uyaphuma uyalithatha Thalia ngokusheshsha manje nangejika Oratile Mkwena ashaya amagoli ayishumi ngesizini edlule eqenjini ke le Sundowns andisiwe amulawuzi Mkwena alavala ibhola likamkwena lathola nje inkinga yomdlali obheke nje liswitcha kamnandi ke yena ke Parkrip nange manje belishiya ke ngapha ke ngakwesokudla eboxini lihle ibhola lithola usithole wamosha okwesibili.
They're dealing against the Sundowns defense. Makubela Umbane, Makurubeja, very good solid defenders. They can deal with those situations very easily. So that is why when they get into that area, they need to commit 1v1 situation, isolate Abumbane and Abu Makurubeja.
Ebhola nalike manje futhi ke liqhamuka ngakwesokudla uyabona uValeria Parkrip hayi umdlali ke ngempela ke omuhle kakhulu akakhathali awugijima ke kuze ke kuyobhalwa yayinhle i10 kaMkwena aroda umlawuzi waligodla ibhola waphasa uyamosha ke manje ke umthandi 9 minutes ebhodini eSundowns isabambelele kuwona ke lo 2-1 asibone manje ke ibhola ke layo ke laphana ke iSundowns goalkeeper uTheleti awumningi umsebenzi awenzile ke ngesombe ke sesibili ngoba idefense yakhe ivalile yenza isiqiniseko. Athalia bamthathela nayi ke manje ama-Indies ngakwesokudla asebenza emuva amakhubela omuhle umsebenzi wasebaqonda ngqo nange phasa kahle futhi enikeza umthani wamosha Akadete uyamosha yabona amangabe ke iSundowns ithola ithuba lokuhlasela yenza isiqiniseko kodwa mangabe ima-Indies ke yalivala leyo attack into nje abayenzayo bavele bayiqonde nje ngqo iSundowns njengoba ke unompempe ewumisa umdlalo ama-fouls 14 akuyona ke ama-Indies 10 kuSundowns nayi ke enye ke ifoul Chanteli asibone ke ibhola ke eboxini kodwa ugoalkeeper bamthintile bamlimaza awumonye eTheleti awuthintekile ugoalkeeper bekuyibhola elide likabambanani eboxini yamshaya ke i-first touch waseke elimaza ke ugoalkeeper uRoda Amulawuzi awusebenzile ukuphuma kwakhe ugoalkeeper.
It's narrowing the angle, but again itouch kaMlawuzi imthole kanda in that situation.
Etheleti awusenzeka amasave amane amahle kakhulu ke kulomdlalo penalty engenile bengekayenze lutho nje bamqedile abamqedile egoli lika Minis enalo futhi akukho okuningi abengakwenza kodwa akwamanye ke amathuba anali igoli ke lika Miche engikhuluma ngaye arabale emvusweni nyamazane egoli lakhe lihle nayi ke nepenalty kusho ukuthi une-assist waphinde ke washaya igoli uRabale njengoba ke sebemkhiphile bathatha indawo yakhe bayinikeza Athalia nayi le free kick enkulu enkulu le free kick abona la uAsam uzoyiphupha ngisho ebusuku edayivela lela bhola engalifici abamkhiphile usithole bafaka manje ke uMagoro ayona ke ima-Indies Ambane ebhola elide likaMbane lithola Chantel alangafika ibhola ke kuMelinda Kgathethe asibone nje iSundowns idlalela ke emuva manje Mkwena Thalia sala phansi Mkwena uyakhomba Sundowns manje eyaphuma i-yellow card eyaphuma i-yellow card futhi Chikumbu. Asibone manje ke iSundowns kodwa liphakeme iflag. Othiwa ke use offside lapha. Oroda Amulawudzi. Offside Roda Amulawudzi. Anginaso kodwa ke isiqiniseko ukuthi ke iyona yini ke offside leya.
I think it was an offside. I think must have won from another angle, but it was an offside.
Sundowns ibambelele kodwa ke kunzima Talia Smith. Ayikhanda ke manje ke lakhe laphana ke Melida Khadiethe. Bafuna uRoda Mulawudzi. Oyavimba lapha Thabana. Ngakwesokudla manje. Valeria Apakri, 22 years, usuka ke eZimbabwe. Amagoro oyamosha kodwa. Chantel Amthandi ayijubana ngathi kalibonwa ke kuyena ke lapha ubheli uMelinda Khadiethe. Nange manje ke beligoba leliya bhola lefuna ke amakhanda ke boxini kodwa cha amakhubela ke ukhona Chikumbu obefuna ke yena ke uValeria Apakri. Sundowns ke nayi manje ke iyakhuphuka futhi andisiwe iyavalwa indlela kaandisiwe. Umkhwena odlale kahle kakhulu komkhwena anaye futhi ke omunye ke umdlali ke oqembu ke lesizwe Amthandi 8 caps iqenjini ke lesizwe. Amulawudzi bamgadile bamlahla phansi. Othiwa abamenzanga lutho. Aviola Atalia nanke manje elwela ibhola bamthathela. Asibone nje ukuthi ke wenze njani ke eChikumbu nange libeka phansi kamnandi. Abavimba ngesandla ulinde support bathathu kuyena. Awavela waliphasa kahle futhi iyadlala ima-Indies.
I think they will build a lot from this match. A lot of positive coming from this match. And bazosogolisa ama-teams amaningi kule season. Now iSundowns will look at themselves and say, kule match, where did they go wrong? They haven't done well. And obviously, again, this season it's a reflection. Ama-Indies, it's a good game for one. And they'll take a lot from this match.
I throw in ima-Indies. Nange jika corner kick. Corner kick. Enikezwa ke iyona ke ima-Indies. Asazi ke mangase ke bashaya igoli. Ethathwa ke uyena ke uValeria Apakri. Uyayiphakamisa. Eyabeka ke kodwa ke bonke eboxini. Aliyabuya futhi ke Valeria muhle udlala kahle. Ayena ke uValeria Apakri. Sundowns ebambelele ukuthi ke iwuthathe ke lo 3 points noma kunzima. Kodwa ke ama-champions vele adlala kanjalo awina umdlalo noma unzima. Iyona ke lento enziwa ke ilona ke iqembu leSundowns ukuthi noma kanzima kanjani kodwa kusalayo amaphuzu amathathu kumele siwathole.
Bawuthula amaphuzu amathathu plus the confidence yokuqala first game of the season, so we can't read too much kule game, but you can see ama signs especially from ama-Indies good this season bazosogolisa ama-teams. But as for Sundowns, it's the first game, maybe they can get away with the fact ukuthi banamaplayer amasha ba-integrateayo etimini.
abambanani imbane ibhola lakhe elide lifuna Chantele bamthola yamshaya ifirst touch balithatha ibhola nange manje elide kodwa ke ukhona ke emuva ke uThalia osevele ke wahlehla ke naye ngoba ke ubebona ukuthi nawo amanzi ayangena endlini emthandi ojika kamnandi ephasi kamthandi ethola andisiwe nange manje ke Melinda Gadethe bafuna yena andisiwe bamvala abamvala uyabona nje udini uyafa nange khahlela amabhodi ngoba ke uyabona ukuthi namhlanje akuyona le man indizi abeyishaya ngesizini edlule le ihlukile
this season kunzima mhlambe hence ngishilo ngokuthi mhlambe kuba i-first game so they can't read too much kule first game maybe second game la sebaphethe ne-confidence kuzoba different
khona kick ethathwa ke uyena Thalia 90 minutes futhi ke isihlangene akuthiwa kuzokwengezwa 3 minutes yinhle ke le yakhona asibone nje lapha phezulu kwediline uBambanani ofuna ukukhahlela kodwa kuyabhalwa amkwena amthandi ulibuyisela ke emuva akuthi ke akaqale phansi ke ugoalkeeper ebhola nje lihlale enyaweni nayi phase enhle ifuna Chantele kuthiwa u-offside aliphakeme iflag uyabona nje ukubuke wathi nje ukuma kancane athi nje ukubamba isikhathi kancane kodwa le offside Dr Mnandi iyona
she got it right yeah
esikhathi ke somdlalo ke siyaphela esikhathi ke somdlalo ke siyaphela asibone nje akuthi ke umdlalo ke olandelayo aweqembu ke leSundowns elizodlala nani lizodlala ke nayo ke iGolden Ladies elizobe ke lidlala ke la ekhaya futhi ke iqembu ke leSundowns akanti ke yona ke la ema indizi iqembu umdlalo wabo ke olandelayo abazodlala ke neJBW eqale ke isizini ngegiye eliphezulu enangu futhi uValeria Pakri uthola ifree kick oyayishaya uyamphinda ugoalkeeper uyazi umtholile yabona ugoalkeeper weSundowns kufanele uphele lo mdlalo ayomxhawula uValeria ukuthi yabona namhlanje wena ungitholile
confidence from le free kick uyambona uyamphinda futhi same way amphinde ngayo amshaye ngayo kule gol lokuqala
ephuma ke phezulu kwepali ke kodwa ke le eyona ke imidlalo ke elandelayo ke iSundowns ezodlala ke neGolden Ladies ngomgqibelo ama Indies idlale ke neJBW awukho umdlalo ke olula yonke inzima esizini entsha eshintshile nayi phasente ifuna ke Rota bayamthola uyaligoba oyavimba ke laphana ke emuva awushabalala ekhona kick futhi shot corner Mthandi uyaligoba lihle lifuna amakhanda asibone manje ke Thalia phezulu kwediline abambanani lapha eceleni kwepali eceleni kwepali eSundowns izowuthatha u3 points esikhathi somdlalo siphelile nangu uNompempe manje ayifake emlonyeni ke indweba yakhe wayishaya kanye wayishaya kabili wayishaya kathathu wathi ke ebekuhlanganisile ala eGiyani Stadium kuphelile iSundowns enqoba ke ithola ke u3 points ke kanzima enqoba ke ngamagoli ke amabili ekwelodwa igoli ke lakhe lapha uMike Minisi elokuqala nepenalty ke yakhe lapha uRabale kanti ke ifree kick eyakhe ke laphana ke uPakri awonke amagoli angene ngesombe sokuqala ema Indies idlalile ngesombe sesibili ball possession 63-57 ama shots at goal 15 iSundowns 7 kuma Indies okhombisa ukuthi improvement ikhona ngempela ngoba ngesombe sokuqala bebenelodwa nje shot at goal iyona ke laphana ke ima Indies ama fouls 15-12 umdlalo ngempela ke obowunzima ikakhulukazi ngesombe ke sesibili. Uyabona ke nangempela ama-cross amaningi Sundowns awu-14 akanti ke ngapha ke mane ekuyona ke laphana ke ima Indies ama-tackles futhi 13 kwawu-34. Uyabona ke ukuthi ke unyawo ngempela beliqinile. Phela kanjalo ke imidlalo ke namhlanje yosuku akhona la eGiyani Stadium. Sundowns 2 ama-Indies 1. Kuyacaca ukuthi ke iqalile imidlalo ke ye-Hollywoodbets Super League. 2-1 isithatha ke zonke ke intambo thina ke sisiphonsa ke ezansi kuyena ke uvusiwe omapholoba laphana ke ku-touchline.
Sibonge kakhulu ukutholisile Mia noSiphiwe Mkhonza basiphathele kahle ngempela umsebenzi we-commentary wanamhlanje. Kodwa njengamanje I am joined by a lady that moved from the field of play to becoming the Hollywoodbets soccer sponsorship coordinator, Indira Albuquerque. Now Indira, good afternoon to you. Please can you announce the player of the match for us today?
Sure, no problem. We at Hollywoodbets are committed to sponsoring, empowering and investing in the women's game. And without further ado, the player of the match is Boitumelo Rabale.
There she is, the lady of the moment, Boitumelo. Congratulations, 2,000 Rand coming your way, courtesy of Hollywoodbets, as well as your player of the match trophy. Siswami, uzizwa kanjani ngeperformance eqembuleni la namhlanje? Sibonile ukuthi le ma-Indies ebekade ndlala nayo akuyona leni ijwayele.
Ke ikutlwa ke thabile haholo ka performance e re faneng ka yona re le team. Ne re sebetsa re le team kaofela o sena di-individual players ke yona ntho e re thusitseng hore ba neng re qeteletse re wina game ya tsatsing lena.
Congratulations, Sisi. We will now bring in the coach from the losing side. It is her first game in charge of my Indies, Coach Upeti Maseko. Coach, I guess khulume nje overall umcabango yakho around umdlalo wanamhlanje. Sibonile ukuthi you were feeling hard done ngala magoli amabili akore Sundowns. Kodwa silibonile iqembu lakho just continuing fighting right until the end. Your thoughts on the game?
Yeah, to be honest, my thoughts on the game is that my girls fought. My girls played. So I'm really much proud of them. They really showed character today. It's not easy playing against Mamelodi Sundowns. They are a great team. They have a great coach. They have great players. So, but my team came to the game and they really played well. They played according to instruction. They took instruction very well. It's just that sometimes it's not easy to play against Mamelodi Sundowns. I'm not happy with 2 points when it comes to the referees, but I don't want to complain. But I believe they really got, what can I say? Really easy goals because of there were confusion with the assistant referee and the referee, and then they scored. There's a confusion again with foot to foot, and then they got a penalty. I'm really not happy about it. But I don't want to focus on referees. I'm going to focus on my team. They did very well, and I'm happy. Moving forward, I believe we will improve where we lacked.
Coach, hard luck here today.
Thank you so much.
That is the coach Upeti Maseko, the new coach of my Indies. We now bring in the winning coach, Coach Jerry Shabalala. Coach, asikhulume ngalo mdlalo esiubonile namhlanje. Siubonile iqembu lama Indies akulona leli enivama ukudlala nalo. Sibabonile baniphusha ngempela. Kodwa also they feeling hard done ngala magoli akore iSundowns namhlanje. Overall, coach, wena uzizwa kanjani ngalo mdlalo and the outcome?
Yeah, look, my girls have played better today. You know, taking into consideration that it's the first game of the league. But I'm also a bit disappointed. We didn't create any chances. The goals that we scored, you know, I feel like they were a bit dubious, you know. What can we say? Yes, we'll take them. If the ref they give it to us, we'll take them. We've tried something different today. It never worked for us. We had to go back to what we are used to. So we tried to go back to playing down the wing. We created a lot of chances. You saw when Rodam Malautu came in and he swam goal, just to give that power up front. So we created a few chances. But overall, I'm happy with the performance showed by the girls. It tells us that it's not going to be easy.
Yep.
We're not going to have it easy. It's going to be tougher and tougher. Also, I must just give credit to my Indies. If that's a team that's going to play for the entire season, other teams will battle to come out of here.
Coach, congratulations. You do go back home with the 3 points.
Look, we'll take 3 points and we'll go back home and fix whatever we need to be fixed.
Okay, that is the coach of the winning team here today, Mamelodi Sundowns, Coach Jerry Shabalala. We did see what really has been an exciting and interesting game between these two sides. My Indies really not sitting back. They were pushing through. They were trying to find that equalizer. They are feeling hard done by the goals scored by Mamelodi Sundowns. A lot of controversy around them. They're saying Minis was offside in that goal. There was a lot of confusion. The penalty converted by Rabale should not have been a penalty in the first place. And then they did have Upakri coming through and finding that first goal for them, which was an absolute scorcher. Amacoach omabili athabuyele muva manje kunezinto ezithile kumele bazilungise bazishintshe. Kodwa that's how we wrap things up lana eGiyani Stadium namhlanje. So from mina uvusiwe intokazi yakwaNgcobo and the rest of the team out here at eGiyani Stadium, riperile Africa Zonga. We're taking now through to an ad break. After the break, it is Usimpiwe Dludlu, Gloria Brown, as well as Uxoli Zondo, who dissect what we've seen in this encounter. Riperile.
When faced with an unexpected medical emergency, every second counts. From just 249 Rand per month, Emergivac offers private hospital admission guarantee cover of up to 375,000 Rand for ER, ICU, surgery and other related expenses. Our first responders will assess, stabilize and evacuate you to the nearest private hospital. No medicals, no pre-existing condition exclusions and no pre-authorization. Sign up today. SMS medical to 40777 and we'll call you back. Emergivac's insured benefits are underwritten by Clientele Life.
I guess most people get stretch marks, right? I use new Vaseline with Moroccan argan oil to help smooth mine. I noticed the difference after 1 week. So even when life stretches us, we never have to hold back.
New Vaseline with Moroccan argan oil moisturizes and helps smooth stretch marks.
Hello!
What's up?
Hey!
Jungle Energy Bars with the goodness of jungle oats for when you're on the go. Now available in 2 delicious new flavors.
Germs. Domestos is waging war and taking the fight to where it's needed most. From homes to schools, germs could be anywhere, but Domestos kills germs everywhere. Domestos. Unstoppable.
Shield with 72-hour non-stop protection. It won't let you down. Amazing, I've been dancing for hours and still no sign of sweat. Try Shield for 72-hour non-stop protection.
Well, the first weekend of the Hollywoodbets Super League has been exciting. Yesterday, we saw 22 goals being scored, 2 hat-tricks coming through from JVW. Today, earlier on, First Touch beating Tsunami Queens 5-0. And in the match that just concluded, the defending champions, the treble champions, Mamelodi Sundowns ladies edging 2-1 there in My Indies. But of course, it's not the My Indies side that they beat 7-0 last season and 3-0. It was definitely an improved side that we saw. Nguxoli wakwaZondo still have with me here Usimpiwe Dludlu kanye no Gloria Brown. Really exciting 90 minutes that we saw there. My Indies, we saw that overhaul, the technical team, and it does seem to be infiltrating the field of play.
I suppose the new broom has swept cleaner. And there's still a lot more that they need to do to improve. But the race is half done for them because there's structure. There's such zeal in how they play. The aggression is there. There's a clear plan, and it's simple and clear to see to the eye how they want to play. I think they came with a great plan today, 4-3-3 against a 3-5-2. They were just not very tactical in some areas where they allowed Mamelodi Sundowns ladies to have the ball, and they punished them because we saw them advancing going forward. That is Mamelodi Sundowns getting behind their defense, my Indies. But overall, they showed character and grit until the very last minute.
Gloria Brown, it was really so difficult to listen to Ubethi Maseko there in the post-match interview, really feeling hard done by those goals that were allowed for East Sundowns ladies, probably thinking that it could have been a different outcome altogether.
Furious but proud is how the coach summarizes what happened today. And I would want to support her statement as well. The manner in which they lost today, if you really got to dissect, which we will as we progress, it was a different Sundowns team today that was really taken to the crush by my Indies. I was very impressed with my Indies sticking to the plan, much more quicker, showing structure. I've never seen Mamelodi Sundowns on the back foot as they were put today. And that speaks volumes about the teams, the season that lies ahead. They've done their homework. Sundowns have become a very predictable team, consistent in their 3-5-2. The surprise element is missing in Mamelodi Sundowns, and you're seeing the same continuous belief in a structure that at times you've got different players. Are you playing to those players' strengths and weaknesses, which is something that, again, we'll need to look at.
Sure. Gloria saying Sundowns ladies have become predictable. Well, it was as early as the 15th minute when Michelle Minis, the debutante of the squad, the new acquisition, finding the back of the net. And it was a scintillating goal, although it was marred with so much controversy, Simpiwe.
Yeah, I mean, you can see in my Indies, they pushed up to clear their lines. Unfortunate for them, that was an offside. And the only reason I can say the assistant referee did not see that is because we wait for it here. She sees this happening, that handball from Chikumbum there, and she will flag to say something is not right. She continues doing that, doesn't follow play. That's why she was unable to see that Michelle Minis is offside.
And also we see the flag has been raised. Nang la usompempe uyasho ukuthi you play to my whistle. And in that instance, my Indies should have continued play, yet they were waiting for the whistle to be blown and thereby conceding that goal.
Mistake number one. You are supposed to play according to the referee's whistle, which they didn't. But again, for me, we're talking about 3 million rand here. And we also highlighted on the top of the show the fact that officials are going to be very crucial. And there's an element of communication that needs to happen. Yes, the flag went up. She frantically put her flag up. But what she should have done, still carried on with play. And instead, she stood still. And you can actually see the players of my Indies froze in that moment. She takes the ball, lobs it over, and then the players stand because they see the flag going up, waiting for the referee to blow, but she doesn't. And that is why when you see Minis there, she just says, this is manna from heaven.
Yo, and it's officiating. This time around, the stakes are really so much higher with promotion and relegation that is set to happen. Officiating is going to be so crucial. Sibona, even in the next instance, when a penalty is awarded to Sundowns once again, the question mark of officiating, it really has to be better this season.
I would have loved to be a fly there or think or hear the referee's thoughts, because here I'm asking myself, what is that? Is that a handball for who, from who? Because even the proximity where the ball ricocheted from Uchikumbu to come to the shoulder, half arm or something of Divani there, look at that. It's very close. I think I just saw something. I think I just saw something. I'm not sure, Guti, 14 Utibani, her arms when the ball was moving to be blocked on the foot. That could have been But yeah, we have to take it back. Manje kune angle engayizwisisi kahle lapha, Flo.
In that, there's a moment where the ball ricochets. And when you look at number 14, she knows nothing about it. That is Zivani. If we try and play this in slow-mo,
to see
exactly, she takes the shot, and if you look at Zivani, she was also closing the player down. So to be fair to Zivani, she knew nothing about that. That ball firstly ricochets off, and here she is. There's a different angle.
Is the angle that makes me feel like the arm of Zivani there.
But look at Lilona Daweti, or is it Daweti, that is taking the strike. She takes the strike. She's on top of Zivani Ombani. She's on top of Zivani.
Look, you know why there's an angle that shows as if it starts in Zivani's hands before it goes to the leg, Yaga Chikumbu. And then another angle just shows the ball flying to her legs instead of the arm. It's a tough. Okay, okay.
Okay, so Manje, there is consensus in studio, Uguti, that shouldn't have been awarded as a penalty.
I believe so. So we should be saying, my Indies 1, Sundowns 0.
There, I mean, the shoulder, it cannot be detached from the body.
Yeah.
There, you see, Nje, from la you cannot move it anyway. It's attached to your shoulder and all of that. You can't move it. It's only the arm that can move from there. And it's even in a natural position because she's taking it closer to her body.
siyamdinga namhlanje asho ukuthi ngeke mhlambe nayo i-VAR ingasiza manje masokufike eyintweni ezikanje, you know, because really hard done in my Indies in that instance, because anything can happen, you know, but manje it affects also the confidence of the players when something like that happens. Good enough, though, in terms of Pakri, scores a scorcher, even though they were trailing 2-0. It's also such a huge confidence booster for the team.
It's a huge confidence booster because technically I've noticed she has a good foot on her because she's playing on the left striker, so she can tuck in and take those shots curling in. So that was a sweet free kick because right on the crossbar, though long as Buzugu goalkeeper, what could she have done better there?
Ageko paralyzed with the left hand. In that situation, maybe she could have went with both hands to tip that ball over the bar. When you're not sure, rather tip it to safety, because if you look at that ball, it's elegantly done, and you find it dipping right at that moment where it touches the crossbar. The goalkeeper, if only her timing, her position maybe a step or two away from the post. When she jumps into the ball, get the elevation, and a slight touch would have made a difference.
With both arms.
With both arms.
Okay.
Well, of course, for Mamelodi Sundowns ladies, they had the lion's share of the position in this encounter, 63%. Are you happy with how they used their possession in this encounter? Because it wasn't the Mamelodi Sundowns ladies, the Siazio, you know, that is very aggressive, that is known for their very high score lines, you know. Konamanje just winning marginally.
They were the same Mamelodi Sundowns that kept the possession, played, tried to go through the middle, not so much wide. Now, the difference was the opposition. They were so resistant and didn't allow Mamelodi Sundowns to dominate in spaces, especially wide, or for them to come inside. It build up, Mamelodi Sundowns was non-existent because they pushed, my Indies pushed 3 strikers up against the 3 centre-backs. So you 1v1, Lapaya, 3v3, if I may put it that way. So it's difficult for them to build up Kamnandi, Bakupugenayo, and then start finding those pockets and those spaces. They also didn't allow them the space behind so that they can run onto the ball and take shots from there.
And something that's a very important issue now, Coach Shabalala, in terms of my Indies, against other oppositions, they're going to be quite hard to beat, you know, and it's because of the quality of football that we saw them display in these 90 minutes.
Absolutely. I think for any team, it's a season that you need to be reckoned with if you've made it to the 16, because it's business. We spoke about the relegation, up and down, and you're looking at my Indies. When you looked at their ball rotation today, much quicker on the ball. They really closed down Mamelodi Sundowns in a number of areas. They weren't given that free flow that we usually get to see them knocking the ball around. There was just absolutely no respect given to the Sundowns players. They brought in experience. Mgoy came in, you brought in Mlaudzi, and still you had Chabalala doing exceptionally well on the left-hand side. You also had Tiledi, the goalkeeper, who was instrumental and vocal in trying to marshal her defense at all time. And that is something that was missing from this team last season. And again, we say it's pretty early days, but you're seeing a job well done and steering in the right direction.
Absolutely.
There's going to be a lot said about my Indies this season.
Oh, no, absolutely, definitely. Last season, of course, they were debuting and finished in the 8th position. And just looking at the full-time statistics there, we spoke about that lion's share of the ball possession that Mamelodi Sundowns ladies enjoyed, 63% versus the 37%. Also, a number of fouls that we saw in this encounter. You know, speaking of the discipline in terms of these two teams, asibukeke the number of shots at goal, 15 for Sundowns, only 7 for my Indies.
Yeah, 15 for Sundowns, it's at goal. And on target, it's only 6 because you want to focus so much on the ones on target. The one is 3, the other one is 6. Any possession, if it's not unlocking the defense so much, it's not dismantling the defensive structure and the compactness of the opposition, it becomes very difficult, really, to say a possession.
Yeah, there's one statistic I want to talk to, which is the corner count. Mamelodi Sundowns had 5 corners, and my Indies had 1. The anxiety. And I think you saw Mamelodi Sundowns panic and already not realizing where they were, just trying to get to the other side. Because you could see that the pressure was mounting, that my Indies was piling on them and just not really reading the game very well.
All right. Well, after the short ad break, we'll give you the log as it stands right now. You will also remember that only one encounter did not take place this weekend, and that was, of course, TUT versus Durban Ladies, and that is due to the KZN floods because that match was supposed to take place at the Chatsworth Stadium. I guess Tatikev, Masmuya, we give you that updated log.
Join our thrilling world of chance and riveting entertainment. Experience popular game shows, the most captivating card games, and all of your casino favorites, along with the chance to reach max payouts that climb as high as 5 million rand. Visit betway.co.za.
So many dishes.
Zimbindaba at Dishwashing Stadium. It's Greece versus Sunlight's triple action power. Kukhalichi Bobo on deck. Igreece yaphuma. Wasala shine. 1 dish remaining. Sunlight wins!
Triple action power. Sunlight. More than you expect.
Germs. Domestos is waging war and taking the fight to where it's needed most. From homes to schools, germs could be anywhere, but Domestos kills germs everywhere. Domestos. Unstoppable.
I'm Fikile Mbalula, Minister of Transport in the Republic of South Africa. Millions of road users will take to our roads. Will you be amongst them? If so, ensure that your vehicle is roadworthy. Avoid driving under the influence of alcohol. Road safety is everyone's responsibility. Play your part and help us stop the carnage. Arrive alive, 24/7, wire.
Volkswagen.
Give it your all. With new Clear for Men Active, the only fast-absorbing lotion and cream with Pro Moist. Clear for Men. Made for men.
Welcome back. Well, after the first weekend of the Hollywoodbets Super League, this is how the results are looking. A huge scoreline for the Blue Diamonds there. JVW beating Richmond United 10-2. Umpuminyandedi no Gabriela Salgado, they got a hat-trick each in that encounter. And just in terms of the log, Richmond United rooted to the bottom. Tsunami Queens as well. In the past 2 seasons, they have finished the season at the bottom of the log. In terms of JVW, sitting nice and pretty there at the top, and that is because of that superior goal difference. Of course, quite a number of teams on 3 points as well, including Mamelodi Sundowns ladies, UWC, Bloem Celtic, First Touch ladies, that encounter that we saw earlier on in the day. So it truly has been amazing. 30 goals scored. Absolutely brilliant. That is how we wrap it up in terms of the studio analysis. But in fact, let's take a quick ad break. We've got a huge surprise for you in terms of what the Hollywoodbets Super League is going to be delivering for you next week Sunday.
Son?
Mom, I've got a cold. What should I use for steam?
Vicks Vapora. It contains eucalyptus oil, menthol, and camphor for a feeling of relief in 1 minute. Vicks Vapora.
Breathe.
Because sometimes one big breath is all it takes. Hold, breathe for it.
Chilled with 72-hour non-stop protection. It won't let you down. Amazing. I've been dancing for hours and still no sign of sweat. Try Shield for 72-hour non-stop protection.
Life's a struggle when you can't breathe well. Fortunately, Otrivin unblocks in 2 minutes and helps you breathe better for up to 10 hours so you can have a better day and a better night. Breathe your best with Otrivin. Also available in Otrivin Seawater with aloe vera.
You don't have to make the pots happen every night. I mean, come on, that's not great. So pansy with the pans. The pots must rest. Rather get in on the double. Dibonese Pizza's exclusive delivery deal. That's 2 large pizzas for just $159.90. Dibonese Pizza. Try something amazing.
Hi, Mama.
Hi, Nana. The threat of germs is everywhere.
It's worrying, ne?
I'm worried about my family's health and expenses.
You can protect your family and save on expenses with good hygiene habits and new Lifebuoy. Its active Silver Plus formula cleans and fights germs.
Lifebuoy.
Switch to Superbets for SA's first and biggest welcome bundle. A 50 Rand sign-up bonus, up to 5,000 Rand first deposit match, SA's biggest. With over 1,300 pre-match markets and more than 20,000 live games, you could win up to 30 million Rand. It gets even bigger with 10% weekly cashback, instant cash outs, instant deposits, instant results, and instant payouts. Switch to Superbets. Register now at superbets.co.za. Superbets. Join Mzansi's biggest.
He's seeing difficult times ahead, guys. We're gonna have these later. I just really need to finish this one. Okay, I'll have one now.
First you twist it. Then you dunk it.
Welcome back. Well, I did promise you a surprise just before the ad break. Well, today we did bring you a doubleheader of the Hollywoodbets Super League. Next weekend, next Sunday, is going to be a little different. It will be a triple header that starts off very early in the morning from 8 a.m. So do make sure that you join us on our SABC Sport DCT channel, Open View 1 to 4, and of course, Telkom 1. The action also does continue in terms of our DCT channel. It's a huge one that is happening. It is going to be Orlando Pirates taking on Simba SC. It is the return leg, and of course, Orlando Pirates are trying to make sure that they continue in their continental football quest. As we know, yesterday with Mamelodi Sundowns, it wasn't such great news as they bowed out in the quarterfinals. Andile Ncube is going to be taking you through that one. Uzobe Anuphumuzo Manager Ganye no Tabiso Musia. In terms of our analysts right here in studio, the creme de la creme, Simpiwe Dludlu, Gabonga, Gloria Brown, absolutely excellent. And in terms of the entire team that brought this production together, thank you so much. I'm Xoli Zondo. Good evening.
Let's go! SABC1 brings you the first of its kind.
It's a culinary arts show.
All right. 10 minutes to go.
Let's go, guys.
Oh my gosh. Oh shucks.
A wedding show with a top-class culinary experience. Demanding brides.
I'm the bride.
Ah.